Missed it by that much.
Octagon Velveeta.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the channel. I'm Orrinn. Glad to be back. Once again, I had to cancel a stream. It's super annoying. How are you guys all doing? What is going on? Mrs. Buggy, congrats on first, ma'am. Welcome in. Buggy Hoser missed it by that much. Your wife was just that much faster. Way to go. I know the feeling. Oh, did you have to cancel as well? Dude, I'm telling you, like, first of all, this weekend was exhausting for us. Just exhausting. Like, you know, with the sickness is dumb. Oh no, are you sick now too? Were you sick before? Is this round number 2 for you as well? Like, it's been nuts. So first of all, this past weekend, I was finally starting to feel a bit better. I'm still kind of blowing my nose, clear my throat a little bit, but for the most part, I mean, I think you could probably even tell from my voice, I'm feeling quite a bit better, right? And so we hit the weekend, and I'm like, okay, it's turning around, right? Well, we went to a basketball game on Friday night, and I gotta think like somebody in that crowd was coughing all over us or whatever, something. And then Ben had a basketball tournament the next morning with all the kids playing ball together and stuff like that. So by Sunday, the kids running another fever. Like, and we had just come off of like 2 or 3 weeks of someone being sick in our household. We were exhausted. Y'all. But big basketball game on Friday. M likes to go to it every year. We've tried to go the last 3 or 4 years. To take the kids and stuff. They have a great time. And so we went and we had fun. But I gotta think we picked up something maybe there or at Ben's basketball tournament the next day. I'm not sick currently. Hey, Big thank you so much for the bits, man. Really appreciate it, buddy. I don't think I'm sick again. I do think I'm fighting it off. All the glands in my neck are like super swollen, and that's usually a sign of me like fighting something off. So I don't really have any additional symptoms. But Ben has been out of school. It is glandular. Ben's been out of school the last 2 days. We think he's going back tomorrow. But yeah, kid was running a fever again on Sunday. Like it's just exhausting. My in-laws were here over the weekend for like a little more than 24 hours maybe to come for his tournament and stuff and to like just hang out. We try to find reasons for them to come visit here and there because they live so far away. Yeah, it was just an exhausting weekend. So like Sunday night hit and I was like, I'm going to bed. I'm so tired. And you guys know, we've told you about how busy work has been. Work has been just nuts for both me and Kylaris. So it's like it's taken a lot out of us, honestly. And so yeah, it was like Sunday night came and I'm going, I am so tired. Ben's sick again, which is it's just exhausting. Anybody who's a parent knows when your kids are sick, even if you're not, it's tiring, man. It takes it out of you. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to bed. So unfortunately had to cancel. But glad to be here tonight.
Good job.
I don't know what the good job is for, but thank you. I'll take it. But yeah, so, glad to be here tonight. Glad to play some Riven. And it is our 8-year stream anniversary. So 8 years ago, February 25, 2017 is the first time that I streamed. It was a Saturday. I remember it very well. The kids were little and napping. And I'd been watching streams for like 4 years on Twitch. And I'm not the type of person that just goes, yeah, it happened somehow. I don't care. I'm the type of person that wants to know how it works. So, hey, what's up, Murph? How's it going, man? Talking about people who have been around the Twitchverse for a long time. What up, buddy? Thank you so much for 59 months, dude. 59 months, Murph. Holy cow, dude. Murph, first of all, thank you so much for your friendship. Thank you for being an awesome dude. Thank you for hanging out with us for so long, for being a mod. Dude, just really appreciate you. It's so good to see you, Murph. How you doing, you old pirate? What's going on, buddy? Man, long time. 59 months, dude. Holy cow. It's been even longer. So in a few days, in less than a week, is our affiliate anniversary. And we're coming up on 5 years. So I think it's been a little over 5 years, probably close to about 5.5 years that we've known Murph, which is just nuts. Super cool, man. Thank you so much, Murph. Durgo, welcome in. How are you? What is up? 8 years. Let's go. I know 8 years is crazy. So anyways, here's what happened 8 years ago today. It's Saturday afternoon. My kids are napping. I am definitely the type of person that goes, oh, hey, I watch these streams. How do they make that work? I have to know how it works. So I started doing a bunch of research. I actually had zero intention of streaming initially. I just wanted to know how it worked. So I started doing research and, read about the programs and things like that streamers use to interface with Twitch and everything, the equipment they were using, all this different stuff, how alerts worked and things, right? And so I learned all about this. And in doing the research, I decided, well, I'm going to look to see, what's the software and stuff. I like software stuff. I like checking out software and everything. Well, what are a lot of people using? Oh, they're using this OBS Studio thing. That's pretty popular. Cool. I'll download that. I want to check it out. I want to try it. I want to see how that all works. And I had that all set up, ready to go a month before I ever hit go live. I initially had no intention of actually streaming. The internet is nuts and I was intimidated by it. And I really wanted to know how it worked. Well, after a month of having it really kind of set up, ready to go, it was rudimentary, right? As most people start out pretty rudimentary in streaming. It was pretty rudimentary, but I had a working stream. And the only thing I really hadn't done is hit go live, right? And so Kylaris happened to. Goose, hi. Thank you so much for cheering those bits, homie. How you doing, Goose? Appreciate you, bud. Thank you so much. I'm sitting there on a Saturday messing around with this. My kids are sleeping. They're napping. Kylaris is upstairs playing Overwatch on the Xbox. I'm in the basement, right? With my PC at the time, down in the basement. I had it set up where I could capture the Xbox's video and audio and route it through my PC into OBS. And so I decided I'm going to try this. And without telling Kylaris, I hit go live, streaming her gameplay of Overwatch while I was on camera doing commentary. And of course, no one's there, right? My very first stream, no one's there. But I was sitting there talking to the camera. I really kind of wish I would have saved the VOD, but I didn't. It would have been really cool to like look back on, like especially like here, you know, hey, it's the streamiversary, right? Like let's watch this again, you know, maybe once a year or something like that, just to laugh at it. But I streamed for a half an hour without Kylaris having any idea that her gameplay was out on the internet. And finally, after about a half an hour, I went upstairs and said to her, hey, you've been streaming on Twitch for a little while. And she was like, what? And she was like, at least my gameplay's good or something like that, you know, like Kylaris does. So, and that was our first stream. And it wasn't for, Kylaris joined me every once in a while, but we didn't have a schedule. We didn't, you know, I could go a couple months. I had little kids. I could go a couple months without streaming. And so we didn't take it very seriously. And it wasn't for another 3 years that that she decided to join me, and we really decided, well, we're gonna make a schedule and we're gonna do this thing. And that's the point when we got affiliate and stuff. So that's actually coming up in a couple of days, our 5-year affiliate anniversary, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so 8 years of streaming on Twitch, of any kind of streaming. It's been nuts. We've met a lot of amazing people. It's been really cool. So yeah. So I thought I'd throw that out there. I don't think we're doing anything super special. We're just gonna play some Riven. I have a feeling we might be wrapping it up tonight. Kind of depends. Knowing the original the way I do, I think we're close to the end. But yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna get caught up on chat. What's up, Jesse? How you doing, Home Slice? I only watch 7 streams. I need to get good. Whatever. Those streaks are gonna get wrecked. It's gonna happen. It's okay. It's okay. What up, Willis?
Hello,
how are
there.
you? I mean, Buggy, I'm gonna reiterate. Sickness is dumb. You're on the upswing? Good. I'm glad to hear that. Heather, what is going on? Thank you so much. At least Orrinn wasn't up till past midnight with a 102-degree fever, Sir Buggy. Oof, really? See, that was not this past Friday. That was the Friday before, where I went to bed because I was running a fever and felt terrible. I went to bed at like 7, so. Playing Pantheon, Buggy Hoser, in case you fever dreamed it. I wasn't up with a fever either. The medicine had dropped it to about 99. Well, good. I'm glad you got it under control. Big Om said, happy 8 years, you beautiful bald head. I need to shave. It's getting a little Bozo the Clowny again. Getting a little too much. Once again, thank you so much for the bits, buddy. Buggy, 35 stream streak. Thank you, dude. Thank you. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. He's pregnant? I'm not pregnant. No. My glands, I have pretty big glands in my neck to begin with, because go figure, I'm a big guy. But that's always been kind of a problem for me. When I get sick, my glands here really swell up. I had mono one time when I was a teenager. I think about 15. I had mono, and I had a gland in my neck swell up to the size of an egg. We called it, me and my friends called it my alien egg. Like, it was huge, sticking out of my neck. It looked like I had a chicken egg out of my neck. So, it was disgusting. So that's, I mean, when I'm fighting stuff off, my glands get really swollen and it hurts to like turn my head and stuff. So I know it's really gross. Murph, what is going on with you, dude? Holy cow. What up, Murph? What you doing? Wow, congrats on 8 years, man. Thanks, Willis. Appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like it's a very small percentage of people who ever stream. Like, there's stats all about this. Very few people get past the first or second stream. Streaming's hard. Streaming's a lot harder than people think, and we've talked about this many times. Streaming is tough. Streaming's really tough. For a lot of reasons that I won't get all into right now. But it can be tough, and I think people have I don't want to say just the wrong idea about it when they haven't done it before. The wrong idea is maybe the wrong way of putting it, but like, people a lot of the time have misconceptions about what streaming is before they do it. And then once they do it, they realize, wow, this isn't as easy and as immediately gratifying as I would have thought, right? And especially if you're in it for money, if you're in it for views and popularity and whatever, if that's the reason you're doing it, you're going to probably be pretty disappointed at the beginning. Like, it doesn't work that way. It took us 3 years to get affiliate. And I mean, like, there's no rhyme or reason. I could tell you a lot of it is probably due to the fact that I didn't have a schedule back then. Some of it was just, trying to become more comfortable with doing this. You know what I mean? Like, talking to a camera and being out there on the internet and whatever, right? Like, but we had a few people that came pretty frequently, a couple from the beginning, but I mean, without a schedule and without a consistent stream, it took 3 years to get 50 followers. So, and I mean, like, we kept doing it because we didn't care. We just had fun with it, right? This is just to have fun and to like talk to and meet cool people. So we kept doing it. And when Kylaris finally kind of realized, oh, this is what that streaming thing is about. Hey, I think I want to join you. And we started doing that, and we made a schedule. We were more consistent. That consistency piece is one of the only real things, that advice that anybody can give about growth or whatever. But streaming is fickle. It's weird. It doesn't work how you expect. It doesn't always work how you want. It's just really strange. And so I think there's a lot of people that fall off it really quickly because there's a lot of people who can play video games well. And there's not a whole lot of like ninjas and whatever, people of that caliber, no matter how good somebody thinks they are. And not to mention too, then you've still got the really big names who are really, really good. And you're a drop in the bucket still. So streaming is tough, and I don't think a lot of people stick with it that long. And so 8 years is kind of one of those things where I go, man, we have been doing this for 8 years. That is nuts. That's crazy. So, but it's been super awesome. We love it. We love it. It's a lot of fun. There are times, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's so hard. Sometimes it's hard to be on a schedule to do it. Sometimes it's just tough to hit go live. And there are times where we go, should we keep doing this? And we always come to the conclusion that, yeah, we should, because we really enjoy it. And we wouldn't have met all the cool people that we have if we hadn't been streaming. We still enjoy it a lot. So, hey, oh, I read that. Well, Murph takes the cake. Murph does take the cake. I think the only person that has beat Murph is Kylaris because she subbed right away. So, I may come and go, but the sub is forever. Aw, Murph, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you, Holmes. I hope you guys are doing great, Murph. How's the family? Darn autocorrect. Well, that's my last name, so right. Yeah. I need to do more research about streaming. I haven't done any and have no idea what I was doing. Yeah, and I mean, there's plenty of people around to ask too, but yeah, streaming's hard. Streaming's hard. Especially because I think people expect I'm going to start streaming and then I'm just going to have a load of people in here. And that's not really how it works a lot of the time. You have to kind of almost get over the point where it's like, I'm streaming to literally no one. Building a community is why, I mean, it's called building a community for a reason, because you don't immediately have one. A community isn't dropped in your lap most of the time. You build a community. And people even come and go from that too, right? Like that, I think that's just kind of the natural order of it. It's just what happens, so. True anniversary bits. Aw, thanks, Goose. Appreciate you, man. What's going on with you, Goose? And look at you now. What a time to be alive, right? Happy 8th anniversary of the day you sneakily streamed my Overwatch gameplay without my knowledge and called it the Orrinn channel. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I was literally like, I would have tried a little harder if I had known, right? Everett, what's going on? How are you? Welcome in. And as legend has it, once Kylaris regularly joined the program, affiliate was a piece of cake. Okay. Yeah, I think y'all had just gotten serious about streaming when I showed up on Prof's channel. Yeah, well, so Prof plays a big part in that, Murph, because Prof is really who Kylaris didn't really understand streaming. Kylaris was kind of one of those people that was like, why would you want to watch someone else play video games? She wasn't interested. She streamed with me occasionally because we just played games together, right? And so it wasn't until Prof where she actually sort of realized I kind of get why Orrinn is doing this, why he watches. Because at first she was like, who is this weird Australian guy who doesn't talk much and is just playing Battlefront and stuff, you know? And she didn't get it at first. And then like, and then she sat down and actually like kind of watched it with me. And she liked Prof. And she got more involved in the community, and she got to meet like you and Combat and Tuna and like everybody involved in the Prof community and stuff. And she became very quickly part of that community. And it wasn't until then that Kylaris was like, I get this. And once she understood it, once she was like, okay, it's more than just watching someone play video games. It's about being a part of a community. It's about like actually interacting with other people, and you get along with other people really well, you know, sometimes more than others and stuff, which is fine. But, you know, like she got to be really close with a lot of you guys in that community, right? And it wasn't until that moment that she really kind of understood the Twitch thing. And once she did, then it was like she said to me, you know, okay, I'm ready to join you in this stream thing for real. Let's sit down. Let's work out a schedule. I wasn't going to make a schedule before, right? I had a wife and 2 little kids, and my wife is my best friend. I was going to prioritize my time with them. And so there were a lot of nights that it wasn't just me playing video games, streaming. So it wasn't until Kylaris joined me that, we really sat down and said, okay, like let's come up with a schedule. Let's try to stream these specific days during the week so people know when to expect us. And that, I think, was I think it was our banter, but I also think it was the fact that we could be counted on to be there most of the time on that schedule. And I think that was the big moment. That we really kind of made it happen. And there's other factors, but yeah, so it's nuts. Prof played a big part of that. So, but the funny thing is Kylaris and I are not ones to go into other people's channels and promote ourselves, right? Like we consider that to be rude. That's kind of like unwritten stream etiquette like it's kind of rude to go into somebody's channel and just sit there talking about your own channel because you want to grow or something, right? Prof didn't even, I was a mod of Prof's, and he didn't even know I streamed until a couple months in. And he was like, just one day he happened to say to me, like, we were talking about something, and he was like, oh, Orrinn, I'm kind of curious, do you stream? And I wasn't gonna lie to him. I was like, well, yeah, I do stream occasionally, yeah. And at that point, he decided to start kind of promoting our stream, our channel. And that was the same time that Kylaris decided to join me, and we created a schedule. So it was all kind of working together, at the same time, right? So what's up, Combat? Oh man, Combat, what's going on, buddy? Met a lot of interesting people, but I am not one. Yeah, you are. Get out of here. Yeah, that's when I also got serious, right? Let it grow out some, and you can do a Super Sunday stream. My hair? No. Oh, no. I'm not rocking the bozo look. Nah, I'm not doing it. That is a theme I can't follow. I'm not pregnant. My glands. Yeah. It's my favorite feature of yours. It's what's kept me coming back. There's just something about those glands. You have a thick neck. Oh my gosh. Will said, doing well tonight, Orrinn. Thanks for asking as always. Enjoying some reading and your goofiness before getting kids to bed. Glad you've recovered enough to enjoy some games tonight. Thanks, Willis. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good tonight. Thank you so much. Finally got to read some more Harry Potter with my son tonight. Emily is on her second round of Lord of the Rings. We just finished The Hobbit the other night, the Hobbit trilogy, and she wanted to rewatch Lord of the Rings to kind of remember. So she was doing that while me and Ben were reading, which was really good. I haven't been able to read to him because my voice, I've been sick, so it's been good. But yeah, and I mean, like, that's the thing, Willis, too. Like, Willis saying, doing well tonight, Orrinn, thanks for asking as always. Here's the deal, you guys. Streaming for me is about engagement. It's about hanging out and talking to you guys. So when I ask you guys how you're doing, I mean, you don't have to answer me, right? Like, I'm not gonna guilt you or make you feel like you have to. But if you feel so inclined, I actually want to hear how you guys are doing. I could just play video games if I wanted to. I mean, that the reason I stream is to chat, right? So yeah, I genuinely want to know how you guys are doing. So enjoying some reading and stuff. Awesome, dude. Sounds like a good night, man. Hope it's going well over there. Hope Willis' wife is doing well. Legend has it that Orrinn is close to completing the tutorial for Star Wars Battlefront 2 after talking 99% of his stream. Then again, I'm never here. All right, Combat, whatever. Combat, I know you're there. Nobody else might be able to see you, but I can. Combat's here, you guys. Combat, we got Combat here. Kylaris, I'm in it for the money. Whatever. Gen knows what that streaming thing is about too. You know that's right. Gen's like the first streamer. Goose, not a consistent streamer, has had no growth for the past 18 months. I mean, it happens though too. I mean, that's the thing. Even if you're consistent, we go through waves of it, right? And again, like the numbers don't matter to me. I don't care about the numbers. I care about people who come in and engage with me. And even the lurkers, if they come in and they enjoy our stream and they enjoy hearing me yak and they enjoy, the silly goofiness and stuff, like I'm glad to be there to provide a fun, safe environment for people, right? To just hang out if that's what they want to do. But for me personally, it's about the chat. It's about getting to meet cool people and chat about life, chat about games, chat about, whatever appropriate conversation that we want to dive into. For me, that's what matters. So it's never really about the numbers, but we do go through slumps too. Slumps, I guess. I don't know. We go through times where growth doesn't happen a whole lot. And then suddenly it'll pick pick back up again and we'll get more. And it's like, but at the end of the day, what I really am concerned about is, are people coming here and chatting? And, you know, am I getting to like engage with people? That's what I want to do. So yeah, but if you're looking for growth, consistency, right? Consistency is the only real thing I think people can advise. But I don't think I need to tell you that, Gooster. I don't deserve growth. What? Kylaris, thanks for shouting out DY Mongoose after that. Yeah, you Goose, come on, man. You're a great dude. We love Goose around here. He's a great dude. Fun stream. Kylaris, the Twitch gold digger. Oh my gosh, for real, Jesse, she is. I don't think you want a growth. That sounds not medically sound. I mean, I've already had one. I was just talking about my alien egg. Hey, what's up, Crumbs? How you doing? What's going on, buddy? Real Housewives of Twitch. Kylaris has been subscribing to Orrinn for Kylaris 11. I think that one's broken. Kylaris has been subscribing to Orrinn for Kylaris 11. Oh my gosh. Combat has been following for 4 years, 11 months, 18 days. Yeah. Crazy, man. Stream Elements got into the adult fun juice. Yeah, I think the sub age is broken, obviously. Stream Elements isn't wrong there. You know, that's right. Who else is subbing for Kylaris? I mean, you can raise your hands. That's fine. It's whatever. Christian, what's going on, man? How you doing? Is the stream delayed or is Orrinn just behind on chat? Orrinn is just behind on chat, Combat. I'm chatty. I'm trying to get caught up. I love how everyone instinctively knows to slow chat down so Orrinn can catch up. I mean, I like to read y'all's chat. You guys know me. It's about, when I say it's about the chat and the engagement, it's about the chat and the engagement. Combat, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Crumbs. Really appreciate you, man. Combat, how are you doing? How's the fam, man? What's going on? Honestly, we show up for Kylaris, the disappointed when she's not there. I need a ban for Christian. Let's help him find another stream. He can go follow Kylaris. Watch her streams when she streams. Make sure you follow Kylaris so you can watch her first stream. Right. Okay. Good times. Star Wars with Prof. It really was. It was fantastic. It's about being behind on chat. It is. I mean, if I'm going to read everybody's, if I'm going to try and read everybody's chat and respond, sometimes you get behind. It is what it is. Arcone, what's going on? Lack of consistency is probably the main reason I never managed to get anywhere with my channel after I hit affiliate. Yeah, it's a big deal. And again, streaming is hard. Streaming is hard. And just when you think you have it all figured out, a wrench gets thrown in it. So we actually have some news coming up about our schedule. We're going to be making some changes to our schedule. Not necessarily the days, but what we're doing on those days. So, yeah. Some news to come. I think I might wait until tomorrow. We'll post it in the Discord and we'll announce it on stream. But yeah, nothing stays the same. Our stream looks completely different now than it did 8 years ago, than it did 5 years ago, than it did a couple years ago. The games change. You know, we add stuff, whatever. Stuff changes. Our schedule has changed in the past before. So nothing ever stays the same forever. But Kylaris and I have been talking. We think there needs to be a little bit of a change. So but nothing really to get too worried about. Arcone, what's going on? Yeah, it's consistency is a big deal. It's a big deal on Twitch. Doing well. Sorry I haven't stopped by in a minute. Hey, Crumbs, no apologies. All good. All good, Home Slice. No apologies. Life happens. You gotta do what you want to do, or gotta do. Who's Combat? You know who you are. You know, I think Combat has Murph beat because he has a Founder's Badge and Murph doesn't. I think Murph doesn't have a Founder's Badge because he's a mod. Oh, you have both? Yeah. Well, I don't know. What's up, Locke? How you doing? I've been a follower since before Twitch. Yeah, you have. I've been following you since before Twitch. So, ladies and gentlemen, Selfish Locke, probably my oldest friend. I have everyone beat. I am better. I'm stronger. I'm faster. I am better. Apparently that was a Homelander quote. I've never seen that show, so I don't know. I'll take your word for it. But he erased it too, so life does happen. Yeah. No apologies for not being here. It's all good. Orrinn is going to exclusively become a MM2 streamer. What's MM2? What's MM2, Precious? I caught you in a lie there? You didn't. What? There's one thing that that stayed the same. The combat command. The combat 2 command. I'm still getting muted. Yeah, you are. But you do it to yourself. I've been on the fence about dropping streaming entirely, even as a hobby, or shifting gears again to something different. Yeah, Cone, I mean, honestly, I don't think there's any problem with saying it's not for me if it's not. It's not for everyone. That's the truth. I mean, it's not for everyone. So, Kylaris and I just happen to really mesh with it. We find it pretty cathartic in a lot of ways. So I think there comes a point when we know something's got to change when we don't want to stream. If it hits a night that we don't want to stream, we start talking about why that is, because normally streaming is really cathartic for us. So if a lot of the time it's like what we're doing, like Kylaris and I don't like to be scheduled too much. We're variety streamers. We don't like to be scheduled too much for too long. That starts to wear on us. It can be what we're playing, why we're playing it, whatever. So a lot of the time when we hit that point, we start talking about what are we doing and how can we change it, to get back to really enjoying streaming and it being a cathartic experience for us. Which is kind of what's happened recently. But yeah. But it's not for everyone, and that's okay. So I think a lot of people sit there and go, I watch streams. How hard is it? I could stream, right? And then they start streaming and realize, wow, this takes a lot. So Murph has a lightning bolt. You can have a founders and mod. Okay. I just missed the founders badge. I think you have to be in the first month for one, or it's the first X number of subs, right? I think it's the first 10. I think it's the first 10 subs. Oh, at least for affiliate, yeah. Locke is cheating? Locke's not cheating. Locke's just reliable? Just been friends a long time. I am old. Pfft. Locke's been following longer than me in real life. Yeah, it's true. Locke and I have been friends long time. Yes, but every community needs a wise chefy elder. You know that's right. Oh, Mario Maker 2 barf, Buggy. No. No. I can't even watch that much. I can't do it. I don't understand the people who can just play Mario Maker over and over and over again for years. I don't get it. It's not my jam. I can't do it. Chefish Locke. Oh my gosh, Murph, that's amazing. Locke the ultimate cheat check. I think the fact that I've been waffling about streaming means that I still want to do it, even if I don't know how to pull it off yet. Well, that's the thing. I mean, like, pull it off? What's that mean? So, Arcone, I feel like you go in and you make the stream how you want it to be, and you just stream. And you build it as you go. Like I said, my stream looks completely different now than it did 8 years ago, because I've learned more and more about what I want my stream to be. And in fact, to the point where almost it's a little stagnant in regards to like redemptions and things like that, because I know so well what I'm willing to do and not, what I like to do and what I don't, right? Like I've been doing this so long. And so you build like this knowledge base and you build, if you weren't here for the jokes before, you're not here for the jokes still. It's still true. But yeah, I mean, like, I had a friend who wanted to stream, and he kept waiting for it to be perfect. And I told him, if you're gonna keep waiting for it to be perfect, you're never gonna stream. You have to stream, and you have to build up that experience base to really know where you want your stream to go. And even too, like, what's your expectations then? Are you doing it just to like have a good time? If somebody stops in, cool. If they don't, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing it to like make a bunch of money, well, the odds aren't great. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. The odds aren't great if you're doing it to be a pro streamer. There's not a lot of people who end up, the stats on that are nuts. It's a very small percentage of people that actually make it a job. And honestly, that sounds like it's gravy, right? Like it's cake. It's not. It's not. And in fact, it's more stress when you have to make that your income. You're having to do and play things that you probably wouldn't always want to do or play. Most people, like, they're making money off of sponsorships. Well, guess what? People wanting to sponsor you are probably going to want you to play their games, whether you want to play them or not. And now you're doing it for money. So there's a whole other side of Twitch. You have to be worried about like retention. You have to be worried about subs to such a bigger degree. And you gotta ask yourself, what's your intention for it? Are you doing it to have fun? Are you doing it to meet people? Are you doing it to have cool conversations? Are you doing it with patience that, okay, maybe a lot of people aren't coming to watch me right now. That's okay. I'm still having fun. I'm still going to do it. You know, if you're looking for immediate, I'm making money off of this and I have so many people coming to watch me and stuff on the regular. I think most people, I think that's where they don't have the patience to wait for that and to build it. They expect it immediately, and when it doesn't happen, they nope right out of it, right? So, yeah, I've really missed the last however many months, only popping in here and there. We just had some big schedule adjustments, and I got out of the habit, but I'm missing hanging, so I'm working my way back into being around. That's cool, Murph. And again, I mean, I totally get that, Holmes. I get that. I get that. It's a lot, and like sometimes your priority just isn't sitting down to watch streams. Sometimes it's going to bed and being rested for the next day because you got a family and a job, and it's a lot, you know? Like, I totally get it, dude. For me, it's that I want to be in people's streams to chat or listen and not take that focus on me streaming at the same time. Yeah, and that's the thing, Durgo. I mean, when you stream, we even, like, the group of us that stream on the regular that are part of this kind of like family friendly community and everything that we've gotten close to, take like Amish, MMC, the Buggies, whoever, right? You know, I think at first there's this idea of like, oh, well, I can't stream when they stream, but it's like there's only so many days in the week. You're never gonna not overlap somebody. Right? Like, you just can't think of it that way. You have to stream when it works for you. And, yeah, so it's a situation of, like, you got to ask yourself, do I want to be a streamer? Or do I want to be a viewer chatter? You know? And I mean, like, I'm a viewer chatter sometimes, but primarily, at this point, I'm a streamer. So, and I'm going to overlap people, and that means I'm not going to be able to be in their streams. Kylaris is my favorite because she holds a lightsaber, and Orrinn likes Harry Potter, which I don't. You're welcome. Yeah, that would be great. We understand, of course, but we miss you. Yeah, Murph, you're great peeps, dude. It's always good talking with you. I'm a laxative. Wait. Oh man, couldn't you remove the founder's badge from people and it'll give it to the next one? I think so. I think so. But oh, Orrinn, I let my dad borrow my whole Way of King set in Mistborn, and he is starting the series. That's amazing, Jesse. You're gonna have to let me know what he thinks. 40 minutes later, yep. Yep. I'm enjoying talking with people. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. This is what I'm here for. They're becoming a marbles only channel? Never. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't understand marbles. I don't participate really, usually. Every once in a while, maybe. But it's like, hey, I put my name on a marble. I don't have any control over it. Like, I don't know. I don't understand marbles. I don't get it. But Kylars has even said, well, you can put up marbles and stuff in chat. And I'm like, no. Nope. I'm just going to engage with people. Orrinn, we love your streams and the fact that you take time to read all the comments. Well, thanks, Mrs. Buggy. Yeah. Because I care. Because I actually want to read it. You're not a number in my channel. I don't care about the numbers. I want to know how you guys are doing. I want to interact with you. That's what I want. I will get to games. I will get to games. And I mean, like, listen, we're not all going to be able to be best friends. This is still the internet. I'm still an introvert. I still only have so much time in the day, right? Right? Like, we can't all be best friends. Like, that's just the reality of it. And I don't say that to be mean. It's just the reality of it. But that doesn't mean that this time that we get to spend together, that I don't care. And that I don't want to, like, talk to you guys and actually know how you're doing and, like, have real conversations and talk about things. Like, that's why I like to stream. Anyone else been playing Marvel Rivals, or does our nerdiness here only extend to Star Wars and Harry Potter? No, there's been Rivals. I'm sure they've probably already said in chat, but there's been quite a bit of Rivals playing. We've played a little bit. Kylars and I have played a little bit, mostly off a stream, but we've been playing with our kids a little bit too. Ben is nuts. Ben is crazy at that game. He's 9. He's crazy. Still missing Kestis Redeems. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I am Marvel Rivals as he gets rid of his chat. Hey, what's up, Bor? How you doing, man? ¿Cómo está? Doing pretty good, man. How are you? What's going on? If you guys ever needed an extra to tag along, I'd love to if y'all were open to it. Nice, yeah, for sure, Crumbs. I'm well. How are you? Yeah, I swear I'll be more active here. College just has a hold on me. Crumbs, all good. Again, no apologies. Don't worry about it. Real life comes first. Real life far supersedes Twitch streams, okay? Like, that's just the reality of it. Again, I don't care about the numbers. So, like, if you can't be here, if you don't want to be here, I get it. It's all good. It is all good. I'm doing good, thank you. Awesome. Good to hear, Bor. What you got going on, man? Part of my problem is that my day job is very physically draining. I'm going to take some IT cert exams next month so I can get out of the healthcare field and find a job that lets me sit down for more than 3 or 4 times a day. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah. Awesome. Well, I hope that all works out. I'll sponsor you to play Mario Maker for 8 hours a day. You're gonna pay all my bills? We'll talk about what I expect for that to happen. It's a big number. It's a lot of subs. I know. I just miss you guys. I know it's all good, Crumbs. It is like it really is all good. Hopefully you're doing well. And you're able to juggle all that stuff. I know college can be crazy. That's a crazy time, man. Don't worry about that. So lack of energy means I'm not as entertaining as I'd like to be. It's definitely not about money. I've got kid number 8 coming in April. You've got kid number 8 coming in April, Arcone. Holy cow. Twitch ain't paying for a family this size no matter how good I am, right? No doubt. Yeah, I've got only 2. I can't make it. I couldn't make it a month. I couldn't make it a week on what I make on Twitch. So it's all good. I get it. Kid number 8, dude? What? Congratulations, sir. That is amazing. AFK for a bit. Sounds good, Goose. I have no idea who has all our founders badges. I now only know me and combat. Yeah, I think I could look. I enjoy your talks. Oh, thanks, I appreciate that. Considering we talk almost every day for at least a couple hours, I would gather. Yeah. And that bald head, it's the best. Stop it. Agreed. Marbles is dumb. I mean, it's cool if people like it. It's cool if people like it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I won't do it. Marbles is a more fun wheel spin for drawings, in my opinion. Yeah, I guess I don't do those either, so it's whatever. But yeah, I would rather spend my time chatting and playing games than marbles. Marbles to me, it's totally fine if people like it. I just don't get it. It doesn't mesh with me. I really don't care about marbles. I can just not have marbles. Oh, that's just me. This bald head is all the marble we need. I may not be a number in your stream, but I am the best pioneer. You sure are, Mrs. Buggy. At this point, I expect you to change your Twitch name at some point to Best Pioneer. So we can call you that in perpetuum. If I'm a number, can I be number one? Nope. Marbles and chatting would be cool. Whatever, combat. Time yourself out. See here. Ben is the man at Rivals. He's so good. That's no marble. It's a space station. Should we play Rivals one day? Sure we will. Petition to bring the Kessis Redeems back. Krems, I got them. They're there. It's just, it's hot. It's hot. The wig gives me a headache. It's scratchy. I don't know. I kind of felt like it didn't fit with a lot of things that I was doing anymore. Wasn't playing Star Wars. I don't know. I had to take time to put it on and take it off, and I don't know. That noggin is fully operational. Thanks. Combat, you could just time yourself out at the end before you leave. I know, right? No, he doesn't want anybody to see it for long. Man, real life sucks. Let me live in your Twitch chat. Crumbs. I mean, real life is tough sometimes, but it's overall it's good. Overall, it's good. You mean I don't have to be here? I thought it was in the contract. Whatever, But is this just real life? Or is it just fantasy? Caught in a landslide. Escape from reality. I feel like it's a game to catch combat's messages before they get deleted. Yeah. I'm sure it is for you guys. I can still see them, so I'll just read them to you anyways, because I try to read all the chat. I know he just said we were free to go. Side eyes the door. What? Make it stop. I don't want to be timed out anymore. Help me, someone. Combat, you do this to yourself. You bring this upon yourself. I recently started playing Hogwarts Legacy, working in a few projects. That's awesome, Boar. That's super fun. I wonder what kind of coffee our cone drinks, because I'm going to buy stock in it. He's got to drink a lot due to the 8 kids he has, right? When does that man sleep? He lost his marbles. That's why he doesn't like playing. For real. Basically toodles. Coffee? Nah, dude. I prefer my caffeine cold and carbonated. Nice. My morning beverage of choice is French pressed cacao. Toodles does have them. Look up Creo Brew on Amazon. They've got a sampler pack as well as a bundle if you don't already own a French press. Too bad he doesn't like time travel. He could have gotten them back. I'm caught up! All right! I'm caught up. Let's play Riven. Gonna happen. Hey, thanks, Arcone. Have a good one, man. Take it easy, buddy. Hey, congrats again, Arcone. That's amazing, dude. That's 8, though. That blows my mind. Kylaris and I talked about, like, I wanted 4. She wanted 2. We were gonna have 3 as a compromise.
Mischief managed.
And then we had 2 because it took us a really long time to get pregnant the first time. And by then we were old. so we stopped at 2. But man, 8? Oh, I have 4 siblings. I'm from a family of 5 kids, and even like 8 just sounds crazy. Have a great night, dude. Take it easy. Thanks for coming in. You want 17? You know you don't. You lie. Anyway. It switched over to Riven. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to play. So excited to play. I think we're going to finish it tonight. One at a time? That's so many years. Think about that. If you went one at a time, like, say even just 10 years raising one kid, that'd be 70 years. No, it wouldn't be. That'd be 70 years. It'd be 170 years. I don't like it when Becky and I don't outnumber them. Be prepared to stay up till it's finished, or else, Jesse. Gotta work tomorrow, dude. But get this, I don't have to get up to bring M to band. Band is not happening tomorrow morning. And I'm working. It's my work from home day tomorrow. So I don't have to go to bed quite so early. But I think we'll end up finishing it tonight, so. And music. Oh, wait, game time. Yeah. Game time. Mom, the game is starting. It's finally starting. Where's the meatloaf? Whatever. Do you guys not like talking to me? Do you not like talking to me? Do you not want to come in and chat with me? I like meatloaf too, Mrs. Buggy. Oh man. Meatloaf with some mashed potatoes and gravy and like some kind of vegetable or whatever. Broccoli, cauliflower. I mean, it could be squash, asparagus, whatever. Oh man. Love. Buggy hates it? Well, I mean, we've all got our tastes and dislikes and stuff. It's been 84 years. Get out of here, Kylaris. Have you had smoked meatloaf wrapped in bacon? No. And I kind of don't want... Bacon and I don't get along. The older I get, the more me and bacon don't get along. I still kind of like it, but it's getting to the point where my body's just kind of rejecting it a little bit more as time goes on. And I'm starting to turn a little bit on bacon. So I don't mind some bacon, like a BLT sandwich or something like that, or a little bit of bacon on my burger, but too much bacon, like, really kind of turns me off. And like all the things wrapped in bacon, it just doesn't sound as appealing as when I was younger. I'd try it, but yeah. You don't like meatloaf either, Jesse? Well, Lucy Pevensey, they come in meatloafs? It's like I want to like it. Back in the day, like bacon, I loved bacon. But yeah, the older I get, man. My older bro has 6 kids, 9 years apart total. When my sister got married, her husband said, I don't remember, sis-in-law, not pregnant since I met you. Yeah, that's fair. I've only had my mother's, so maybe if I had a good one. Oh, shots fired. Good thing Jesse's mom doesn't watch the stream. My meatloaf has a first name. All right, you guys. So, where we left off, we traveled to Gen's 233rd age. Beautiful, really cool because I got to actually walk outside for the first time. We trapped Gen in a prison book. Now, the idea behind the prison book in-game is a little bit different than the lore. In-game, the idea is that it creates a space in between the worlds you're linking between. And only one person can occupy the prison at a time. And so we tricked Gen into using it by touching and linking into the prison first. And once we were in it, then Gen is fooled into thinking it's safe, and it's a link back to Denis, which is the cavern city far under the New Mexico desert. Is Orrinn distorted? Looks normal to me. Okay, he's good now. It must have been you. But, or maybe I just had to put up my hands. But anyway, so, Ben ends up using the linking book, the prison book, after us. And that displaces us back outside of it. And, thankfully, outside of the cage we were in. And it puts Gen in it. So we now have Gen trapped in the linking book. Now, outside the game, outside of game purposes in the lore, a prison book is really just to another age without any way out. There's food, there's water, they live their lives out, hopefully in a hospitable place, and don't starve to death in a dark, featureless prison. So, so just keep that in mind. Gen is not really in the lore, trapped in a void between worlds. So. You're Taylor Swift. Orrinn doesn't work out, so he's bot buffing. What's going on, Orrinn? How are ya? I'm doing pretty good, thanks. What's going on? What up, Orrinn? How are you feeling? Hey, Dust. I'm doing pretty good, man. I still just a tiny bit runny nose, and I think I'm fighting off Ben's number 2 sickness. Sickness number 2. Let me flip that. I'm gonna switch that. Ben doesn't have a number 2 sickness. Ben has sickness number 2. Because my glands in my neck are like really swollen and it hurts to turn.
Hello there.
But besides that, doing great, man. Hey, Let You Live, how are ya? What is going on? Le Dump Run, poor guy. Code Brown, indeed. So anyways, we have trapped Gen. We got the code to actually get Catherine out of her prison. So I think that's what we're gonna do next. We saw some really cool additions to the game in Gen's 233rd age, including the very first appearance of Atris Sr., Gen's father, and Anna, or Tiana, who's an important figure in the lore of Mist. So, good, man. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, thanks. What's going on with you, LTL? Who has drops enabled? The Code Brown. Oh my gosh. What's gonna be my fastest way back to? Oh, I've gotta go to the dome. It's a Riven skin for your first-person Riven character. Hey, Parker, what's going on? Atris is a lot more hesitant to cause the death of his enemy than his grandfather was, but to be fair, Atris Sr. was practically on his deathbed when he did that. He basically was dying. So while it sucked, he was probably gonna die anyway. What a crazy story. Parker, what's going on with you? How are ya? Oh my gosh, we did this so many times last time that I feel like I still remember. Oh, I just missed it. Wait for it. There we go. Doing all right? Good. Glad to hear it, man. Yeah, I'm finally starting to feel pretty normal. My voice is back to normal. Just coughing a little bit every once in a while. Using a little bit of Kleenex still just to kind of get the last remnants out of here. But how are you guys all doing? What's going on? Except for pandemics, Atris is more open to causing those. Yeah. I really didn't like the Book of Denis. I really didn't like the Book of Denis. Thanks, LTL. Yeah, I'm getting there. I feel like we're gonna say like 90% normal. I think the fatigue has really been hitting me. Really been hitting me hard. Like even last night I went to bed. I came home from work and I slept like, I don't know, 2-3 hours after dinner, which is normally family time. So I'm always really annoyed by that. It's like I wasn't hanging out with my kids, and that bugs me. But I mean, everybody lived. We're fine. But But I did some sleeping, and then I woke up a little bit, helped get the kids to bed. Lars and I watched a little YouTube and stuff, and then I went to bed early again. The fatigue after these weeks of being sick has just been terrible. So tired. Oh, but I'm starting to feel pretty good. What? Orrinn took a nap? He doesn't do that. I know, Durgo. That should be testament to how tired I was. For anybody new around here, I do not like naps. I don't react very well to naps, but that's how tired I was. The Book of Denny's, you could just call it a menu like the rest of us. I'll take your Grand Slam breakfast. And my body did a full system reboot last night. I slept for 10 hours. Wow, nice. That sounds awesome. That really does. One time, I slept for 15 hours, and it was during the winter, so it was dark when I went to bed, and it was dark when I woke up, and I thought I thought I had just slept a couple hours, like taking a nap, like a longer nap, and I thought it was the same day. And then when I looked at my phone, I had missed some calls and texts and things because it had been on silent, and I had slept 15 hours through. It was nuts. Dude, I wish I could nap well, but I always wake up feeling horrible. Murph, same. It makes me feel gross. And really grouchy. Grouchy, makes me feel terrible. Hate it. To be fair, Atris really, but you know what? The older I get, the more I found I need some naps sometimes. So, and my body's becoming a little more conducive to naps, but really naps and I historically have not gotten along. To be fair, Atris really wasn't expecting to cause an extinction, especially after making contact with other Denise survivors didn't result in their death. Right, yeah, man, I really was not a fan of all that. It makes sense, but yeah, Kylars loves naps. She can nap no problem. This is not a problem that I have, right? Let you live. Let's see here. I need half open vertical eye. You need the half open vertical eye. I think it's on the other axis. And it's on the other hemisphere, I think. There it is. Okay. Still in ads? Just got back. Welcome back from the ads. Yeah, LTL said this is not a problem I have. Nice. I wish I could nap better. Kind of only nap when my body like just crashes. When I just can't. When I just can't, you know? I can nap, but the best naps are 45 minutes. Yeah, I've heard that. It's kind of like before you get in too deep of a sleep. That's fair. I'm more baffled at his cavalier retrospective attitude. Yeah. I did that once, 14 hours, thought it was 10:30 to 12:30, missed the call from mom at 5:30, and the time math didn't add up. Yeah, Durgos. I don't know, I'm assuming for you too, it was really disorienting. It was really disorienting. I could not believe I had slept that much. Now, if I'm feeling crummy or something like that, and I go to bed at night and sleep 10 to 12 hours, that's magical. It really is, Murph. You feel so much better. This rehearsal work and probably supper with my parents. Yikes, yeah. Naps are one of the secrets of my extended youth. One day I stayed up 22 hours, woke up at 8, went to sleep at 6 a.m. next day from December 31st, 2017 to January 1st, 2018. Wow. Yikes. I was up one time, I think about 22, 23 hours, something like that, and I felt terrible. That's how I know that you guys really don't ever want me to do a 24-hour stream, and I'll never do one. I will never do one. Never. For anything. Let me once again prove that numbers don't matter to me and I don't care. I will never, for any reason, do a 24-hour stream. Never. If I was a vegetable, I'd be a Napa cabbage. yeah, Lock can nap. Did you see at the last Mysterium that Rand A wants to remove the Book of Denis from canon? Good. Yes.
Hello there.
And disclosed that someone, presumably the publisher, removed even more horrific parts from the book. Really? Just noticed your stream title. Congrats on eight years. That's awesome. Twitch is a better place because you're on it. Oh, thanks, LTL. Yeah, man. Yep, 8 years. Been streaming 8 years. It's crazy. In less than a week. What's the date? March something? She's got it in her calendar, but our affiliate anniversary. We got affiliate Monday the 3rd. So March 3rd. 3 years after we started streaming, because really, I was saying this earlier when I started stream, we really didn't have a schedule, and I had little kids and a wife who wasn't into streaming at the time. I could go 2 months without streaming, or something like that. I think my biggest gap was like 4 or 5 months or something like that. And so it took us 8 years. 8 years. 3 years. It took us 3 years to get affiliate, because about the time that Kylars joined me and we decided to have a schedule. But you know what? I still did it because, again, at the end of the day, I don't care about numbers. Y'all ain't numbers to me. I'm here for the conversations. So I kept streaming because I enjoy it. Ravenclaw. Hey, what's up, Gussie? How you doing, brother? You feeling any better, dude? Welcome. Thank you guys for the great content. Yeah, thanks, LTL. I mean, we're just here hanging out, man. I'm glad people enjoy it. I'm glad people like to hang out and stuff and chat, because that's why I'm here. I'd be playing games. I always say I'd be playing games regardless. Kylars and I are gamers. That's how we spend our time together and stuff a lot of the time. You know? We'd be playing games in either way. So it's really the people we get to talk to and hang out with, have great conversations. That's why we stream. So. Let's see here. You think I'm kidding? If you knew my age, you would not laugh. I don't know your age. I don't know. I have no context. I'm 42. I don't nap. I feel like I get people saying they don't think I look 42, but then I think they see the gray. Before the gray, it was a little more common for people to be surprised I was as old as I was, but also I'm like, whatever. I'm 42. Let's see here. What's up, Dessar? How you doing, man? Wait, 8 years. Congrats. Thanks, man. That's pretty fun. 8 years of just doing our thing, hanging out, meeting cool people, chatting. So, oh, I'm quadrupling my RAM tomorrow. Nice, Lock. Epic. Coming in, huh? I don't remember mentions of removing the Book of Denis from canon, and I was there. Huh. I'd be really happy, though. That day, slept for 3 hours January 1st, went to bed at 6 a.m., woke up at 9. Keep doing stuff with my family. Same day, longest day ever for me. Oh my gosh, Boar, yeah. Barf. I like sleep. I might not like naps, but I like sleep. I like getting rested. Oh. In fact, the longest stream I've done was even kind of recently. It was in 2024. I did almost 10 hours, and everybody was like, go 15 more minutes and, 20 minutes or whatever and reach 10 hours. And I was like, no, because I don't care. I'm tired and I'm going to sleep. And I've already been streaming for 9 hours and 45 minutes. Forget that crap. I'm getting off of this thing. I'm exhausted. I got nothing to prove. So yeah, never will I do a 24-hour stream. I probably wouldn't do a 12. If I ever did a 12, if I ever even did a 10-hour stream, it would be because it naturally went that far and that's how long I wanted to do it. So, I don't know, whatever. But you guys wouldn't like me. If I did a 24-hour stream, you guys wouldn't like me. Yeah, grumpy poop. That would not be fun. Yeah, feeling great, Gussie. That is so good to hear, man. I'm glad. I would rather be a friend than a number. Absolutely, Desar. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I was saying, we can't all be best friends, right? Like, we don't all have the time for that, to be best friends with everybody, right? But the time that we have here to hang out, get to know each other, chat about life, chat about games, chat about whatever, just hang and have a good time, right? That's awesome. That's awesome to me. So. Shrimp's so good. You're only 12 years older than me? Only, poor? Yeah, but I mean, like, doesn't matter. We still hang out. Like, that's the thing. I feel like that's the thing. When you're a kid, age makes so much more of a difference in, like, maturity and things like that, experience. Like, it makes sense, right? You don't have a lot of years under your belt, so every year is a big deal, right? As you get older, you start to realize it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Taking a dinner break from playing WoW. Nice, man. That's cool. 8 years? Super hot. Dang. Yeah, Gusty. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, 8 years. Been streaming for 8 years today. Let me see if I can find the source. Cool. Yeah, either way, man, I'd love to hear the Book of Denis isn't canon, but I guess I kind of already don't think of it as canon, so whatevs. I wouldn't know what to do if I got sleep. I just nap. Right, Dustar? I hate sleep. What a waste of life. Like Tom Hanks. Oh my gosh, what? You sleep so much. Just at weird hours. Did you hear that, guys? He called us crap. Did I? I said forget that. I wasn't talking about forget that crap like people. What's up, Mitch? How you doing, man? Thank you so much for resubscribing. Dude, 33 months. Thank you so much. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? How you doing, yo, pirate? So good to see ya. Of all your bad takes, and there are many, this might be the baddest. I don't call you crap, Lock. Did a 12-hour stream a few weeks back and I was wiped. Yeah, I honestly, I don't think it's worth it. I mean, people gonna do what they want and that's cool, right? But like, never. I don't care. I will stream for how long I want to stream, for how long I want to have a good time, for how long I want to chat with people, for how long people are coming and chatting with me. And whatever. And when I'm tired, I will call it quits. I don't care what the time is. I'm not out here trying to set a record. I'm not trying to get into Guinness. Nah. Forget that. I don't buy into the gimmicky tricks to try and get people to like come to your channel. Not to mention too, the people who do the 24-hour streams, it's funny. Everybody will be like, and I've been asked to do 24-hour streams almost the entire time I've been streaming. Especially by that Ed Wilbert. What a punk. But just kidding, we love Ed. But anyway, I've been asked to do 24-hour streams for years, and I've always said no. Because here's the deal. The people that want you to do a 24-hour stream, they're not going to be there for 24 hours. They're not going to be there chatting with me for 24 hours. It's not going to happen. And by the end of that, even if they were, none of us would be having a good time. Forget that crap. Not you. Being a part of the Orrinn Club in the O Clubhouse. What's up, Mist Realm? How are you? What is going on? When it comes to altering the story with each retelling, it reminds me of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and that the reason the story changes with every retelling is because the infinite improbability drive is actually changing the universe around it every time it's used. Yeah, that's kind of a cool, alternate realities and time travel, though. Bah. About to pick up the girls from Scouts? Nice. Nice, man. That's cool. We'll be back into the WoW, and the one that paid for me my sub said, well, at least I know I got my money's worth. Napped a lot today? Good, Buggy. Awesome. I'm glad. Did you take the day off? I'm good, just being alive. You know, word, Mitch. How's the fam, dude? What's going on, buddy? Yeah, not crap lock. He said crab walk. Streamiversary equals Orrinn soapbox stream. Yeah, kinda. I mean, when people come in and they'll talk about it, right? Because, you know, it's the 8-year streamiversary. And so, of course, streaming itself is going to come up. And I've got a lot of, 8 years of streaming. I know what I like. I know what I don't. I know what I find. I've really honed like stream etiquette and things like that. And I guess I've got a lot to say. I always have a lot to say, but I've been doing this a long time and can talk a lot about it. So, and especially about my own opinions on streaming. And I like to talk to people. I just want you to finish the story. I know I'm sorry, Jesse. I'm sorry. 24 hours. Usually by hour 5, we're yelling at you to go to bed. I know, right, Gusty? No matter how long it takes. Jesse's so invested in this game, and I'm so here for it. Jesse, I love that you love this. It has been such a good time. Yeah, today is not that day. It might be. Facts. I'm not going to be there for 24 hours. No, nobody is. Nobody is. Even if somebody says, well, I'll be there because I'll leave a lurk. Okay, how come you get to go to bed? And I'm doing a 24-hour stream. People don't really want a 24-hour stream. People just have this weird like thing with wanting to watch people suffer on streams. And I'm not here for it. I don't play into that. Like, that's why we even got rid of the every flavor beans redemption, because we didn't enjoy it. So, like, if somebody is annoyed and doesn't want to watch my stream because they can't torture me with horrible stuff, all right, bye. I don't know what to tell you. That's dumb. That's why I go to other people's streams too, and I will never redeem. Like a Warhead unless somebody really likes it or something like that. Cool, but like redeems Palpatine hands. All we gotta do is play like Marvel Rivals or something, Locke. That's not a redemption. That's just hanging out. But that's, I will never go. I will never, like even, like Fatbeard has like the troll stuff and everything. I will never redeem that. Ever. I will never redeem that. Because I don't enjoy doing the stuff that I don't enjoy. And I don't want to watch other people not have a good time. So, yeah. 4 hours is a stretch, to be honest. Yeah, it can be. It can be exhausting. But the wee hours of tomorrow might be the day. Well, I guess that works. Not too late for me, right? Jesse's in the past. Parker, I stand corrected. Rand said this at the 2023, not 24 Mysterium. At an hour 16. Nice. Awesome. I'm super happy about that. Let's get me the Book of Miram, man. Redeem suffering, right? I'm gonna do 2 burrito streams. When I am done, I will nap. Mitch, amazing sleep stream. We are in game, Goose. Goose, you like talking to me. Whatever. You like me, Goose. Yeah, appearances are deceiving. Okay, what was it? It was crap. What was the code? Don't tell me we gotta go back for the code. What was it? It was like a... Shoot. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the past stream. Because we say it. We say it at the end. Hold on. Yes, okay, I'm over my storage limit. I don't care. Where is it? Hold on. I can't hear you, Kylaris. Hold on. Kylaris said I need to read Jesse's chat. Where's Jesse's chat? I would definitely like the Book of Miram, whether the Book of Denis is rewritten or not. Yeah, for sure. Same. Should I stream me eating 2 burritos? Would y'all hang? I would, Mitch. That creepy? I hope you remember the code. I don't. Up, up, down, down, left, right. Oh, get out of here, Goose. BM6Q. No, this isn't the finals. Ding, clank, bump. No, the 4th thing was a different sound. It was like the... there might be another clank at the end. It's 5 notes. I'm going to listen to it really quick. Hold on. I'm listening to it a second. Ding, ding, clank, ding, ratchet, clank. Ding, clank, ding, ratchet, clank. Ding, clank, ding, ratchet, clank. To everyone out there suffering from paranoia, just remember, you're not alone. It's okay, we know. What's up, Tay-Chalk? How's it going, man? I think the code is chitty chitty bang bang. It is not. Yeah. Ding, clank, ding, ratchet, clank. So what's our... That's our clank. That's our ratchet. That's our ding. Now we reset. So ding, clank, ding. Hold on, I'm gonna snooze these ads. Ratchet, clank. Button. Ding, clank, ding, ratchet, clank. Yeah, you wouldn't have, Lock. I have my browser routed. Unless I specifically turn that on, I have my browser routed through a different audio channel. Oh. So you wouldn't have heard it. I just needed to get it really quick because we got it in the last stream. I should have written it down. Ratchet and Clank. I thought this was Riven. Whatever. Whatever, Death Star. Ratchet and Clank isn't that a game? It sure is. Thanks, guys. It's Snooze, not Snoozy. Elaine and Snoozy. Snoozy and Elaine. I thought the same thing. All right, let's do this. Yeah, I've never played those, Parker. Catherine.
We have to move quickly. Gen's people may already know what's happening. Once we're back with the moiety, we'll have time to regroup. Can I see the book? You did it. You captured Gen.
We sure did.
All free. But there's still his followers. I'm not sure what they'll do once they realize he's gone. I have to get the villagers to safety as soon as possible.
You do.
And you? You go back to where you first arrived.
Okay.
And reopen the fissure. I know. It's risky. But it's the only way to signal Atris. I'll try to make it back there as soon as possible, but don't wait for me. Oh, and don't forget the combination in my journal. You'll need it.
Oh, yeah. I got an achievement. Who will link the broken chain? Free Catherine from her prison. Nice. We're going to take a look around here really quick. Because I don't believe in the original, I don't think we could walk around inside here. Some kinds of fruits and vegetables, it looks like. Some dinnerware, something to hold a drink in. Little cot bed thing. We don't have a reflection. We're a vampire, confirmed. Here's the camera. Now, Gen is freaky. He's got a camera in here. This is his daughter-in-law. Hey, thanks, Dessar. Take it easy, man. Another person, terrifying. Yeah, she's bossy. She knows what she's talking about. If you're into a goofy shooter game in the space opera genre with some pretty absurd weapons, you might like Ratchet and Clank. Gotcha. I've seen a little bit of it. I don't think it's ever really been in my wheelhouse, but... Creeper? I know, for real. Vampires, suddenly I'm into this game. We do see through the camera in Survey Island. Surveyor. Survey? Survey. We climbed up here earlier. Catherine scared the crap out of me when she came and talked to us, because this is totally brand new that you can get up on the backside of this. We can see some of the other islands. There's jungle. And there is temple. Craters behind it. And then there, Elbow lovingly called it Toilet Island. But that is Survey Island. See, she's evil? Why is she evil? Oh, because she scared the crap out of me? No, she just, oh man, it was like a little jump scare moment, even though she didn't like jump out and go boo. She like came around the corner here and I wasn't expecting that. I feel like Catherine read the script here. She should have said, instead of taking the elevator with me, feel free to look around my basically boring jail cell. I know you didn't get to do so last time, right? Yeah, right, she should have. Here's one of the reasons I don't want you to make a 24-hour stream either. I'm already feeling kind of tired, right, Boar? Right? You'd miss so much. Fortunately, we were off the ladder when she scared us. We might have died, Parker. Parker, right? Like, one of the few ways you can die in Riven is just being jump scared off that ladder and falling to your death. The Riven dump run. Oh, man, for real. Maybe this is where she goes to the bathroom for some privacy? I don't know. Gen's crazy. I think we should be calling that back up. Right? Nice and airy indeed. So this used to be Gen's original abode, and I bet the bars were to keep him safe rather than keep someone in. More to keep people out. So, okay, trapped Gen, freed Catherine. She's going to go help the Moiety and the Rivenese villagers. Now we need to go signal Atris. Don't need no poo-pourri. Oh my gosh. That's disgusting. So we need to make our way back to Temple Island. Yes, Gen abandoned this when his lab on 233 was finished, and then when Catherine arrived on Riven, he repurposed it as her prison cell. Yeah. And I think we read about that in the journal. So, music. So this tree, the Rivenese called the Great Tree, and they used to worship this, actually. And when Gen got here, he chopped it down. Because what Gen was trying to do is show his superiority. He's God in his mind, right? And so Gen was trying to show his superiority to them. And so not only did he need wood from trees to make paper for more linking books, but on top of that, he was making a statement. And so he chops down the great tree and he supplants it with his home. He's a punk. It's a real tyrant. Did I miss it? Nope, I got it. Just too far away to hear the sound at the dome. Supplants the tree. Get it? I mean, what a punk. I should have pulled this out while we were inside there. There might have been Moiety drawings, but I didn't look. And we're not going back. So, get this game did. Get it did. I'm gonna be sad when this is done, honestly. I'm gonna blow my nose. Be right back. Whatever, Jesse. I looked. I made sure. All right, making our way downtown, walking fast. They've got a cave, Orrinn. They do. This, for anybody who hasn't been watching, is the Starry Expanse, what I believe to be the space between worlds. The Dani themselves would have called it the Great Tree of Possibilities because they were putting it in terms that they could understand, and they hadn't really been here, so they didn't know what it was actually like. So from their perception, they conceptualized it in a way that they would understand, right? And so they called it the Great Tree of Possibilities. But this is the expanse between worlds. So, like, you can almost think of it in, like, Narnia terms from, like, Magician's Nephew, like the wood between the worlds. Hold on, we need the notebook. I forget what the symbol is for temple. Temple Island. Oh, just the completely open eye. Okay. Where is that? I have to move around a little bit to see. Atris hypothesizes that the Starry Expanse actually provides what he needs to survive. Not that it's necessarily naturally occurring. I think is what he said. So because he needs to breathe, he can. I do have some books on their way. I'm so excited. What books are those, Jesse? What books are those? What books, Precious? Yes! Are you for real? Oh, throw the Book of Dani away. No, it's worth reading, I think. I'd be interested to hear what you think about it. It's worth reading. I don't think everything about it was a waste, but I just found it to not be kind of in line with the rest of the story. And I found it to be kind of anticlimactic, even though crazy stuff happens. I don't know, I didn't enjoy it the same way. That's really cool, though. I love the Book of Tiana and the Book of Dani. Or, the Book of Atris. Sorry, the Book of Tiana and the Book of Atris. I found the Book of Tiana absolutely fascinating. It was so good. I cannot wait to hear what you think. Honestly, I really like the first half. Yeah, there's some good things. I think there's some good things with it. But, yeah, some of it, I just really am not a fan. It wasn't all bad, though. Yeah, the part about gathering the Dani survivors, that was really cool. That was really cool. And, like, Atris getting out of Kavir, out of the room, with the help of the, what is it, the Averones? And discovering the Book of Tyranny. Yeah. Yeah, all of that was cool. I will give you that. All of that was cool, but rest of it, not a fan. Does some of it make sense? Sure, but yeah, Jesse, that's really, really cool. Yeah, shh. I don't think we're really spoiling anything, but yeah. Well, buddy, congrats again on 88 years of streaming. Time to hit the hay. Hey, have a great night. Take it easy, buddy. Oh, you guys, really quick. Friday is ACW. We will not be streaming during ACW. There likely will be a stream after ACW, but Big Amish hosts a wrestling stream, and let me tell you, I don't like wrestling. I don't care about wrestling. I've never been a fan. But Amish's ACW it's Amish Compound Wrestling. It is so much fun. It is such an amazing time. We watch it as a family. We have a great time. You guys should check it out. So Friday, what time? Kylar says 8. 8 Eastern, ACW on the Big Amish's channel. We have a blast. It is such a good time. You should check it out. Yeah, just come hang, joke around with us, heckle people. We just have a really good time hanging out as a community and watching who comes out. It's just so over the top and awesome. Amish puts a lot of work into it. It's really cool. So yeah, I am not a wrestling fan at all, but yeah, we have a great time. Yeah, for sure, Everett. A lot of it does make sense, but a lot of punching up of the tyranny part is in order. Yeah. It is a lot of fun. What's up, Cortessa? How are you? What's going on? All right. Last time through the rotating room, I think.
Hello there.
Oh my gosh, you guys, the music. I just want to hang here. We're gonna finish this game already. Doing good. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. What you got going on? And we're back at the beginning. So we started right here. We linked into Riven in this little entry dome. The pressure plate here was set to activate when somebody stood on it, and we were caged in for a little bit until somebody set us free with this lever. And one of the first things we found is this plate in the ground. This viewing port. We now know what this is looking down into. There's also this telescope. And all of this is looking down into this plate. So we have since learned that this is actually a fissure in the earth, but it's not cracking open the earth and into ground, but it's actually a spot where a tear has been ripped through the fabric of reality into the starry expanse, which again, the starry expanse is the space in between the worlds. So it's not just space like we know it, it's like an interdimensional space. And it connects all the worlds. And so like when we use linking books, we're almost instantaneously transported through the starry expanse. But not that anybody really experiences. But we've been there now physically. And that's what we're looking down upon. So what we're going to do, according to Catherine, we're going to break open the seal on this. Which essentially, it's not going to be good for Riven, the planet. We're going to break this open, and that is going to be a large enough, a big enough impact on the planet. It's kind of an apocalyptic event, really, if you think about it. That is big enough to signal Atris. And there would be very little that would be able to signal Atris in the same way. Been hanging out watching Nice. Played some Pantheon, but I got tired of killing only geckos. Yeah, that's fair. Back in the very beginning, back at the very beginning, a very good place to start. I know, right, Cortessa? For real. Note how this version differently handles access to the village evacuation. How does it handle it differently? Because I want to say, we'll see. I'll keep an eye out. Interesting thing about the Book of Denis, my first exposure to it was actually before I read any of the books. In school, in one of the reading textbooks, that was a collection of short stories, was a chapter of the Book of Denis, but I didn't know it until I read the Book of Denis and remembered that I read this specific part a few years ago. Oh, really? That's crazy. Interesting choice for an anthology, right? All right, we need Catherine's journal. She has a code in it. That I want to say, did we write that down? We might have taken a picture of it. Oh, it was here. It was here, actually. We take a... So this is, somebody write this down for me. Orrinn and Kyle Larson would like to schedule an evening with you both to play Pantheon with Cortez and I. Okay, yeah, message. I mean, a lot of the time we play as a group when we have time. We'll have to figure out something, but yeah. Putting story excerpts in school textbooks is not unusual, right? That's fair. Jesse's ready? Thanks, Jesse. Okay, this one is, I believe this is 4. No, this is 4, 5, 6. That's 7. This is 8. If I'm remembering this correctly, I believe this is 8. This is 2. This is 4. This is, I want to say that this is 6. 6. 6. All right, Iron Maiden. Yeah, I think so. This is gonna be 7, 9. I think this is 9. So does that make that something else? I think this is 9. This is 3, and this is 4. My big head's in the way. This is 4. This one I think we need to rethink. That might be, so hold on, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this is 6, 7, 8, 10. This might be 10. I think this is 10. I think the second digit is 10. We're opening a fissure in reality, Oberlins. So wait, Jesse, do you actually have it? So it was, I want to say it was, what is that? 7, 8, or no, 7, 10, 7, 10, 2, 4, 6, 6, 6, 7, 8. No, it's 10. Second digit is 10. I'm sorry, I had to figure it back out again. It should be 7, 10, 2, 4, 6, 6, 6. That's gonna be 9, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, cool, thanks. So now we go back to this, and this is in Denis. So we need 7. So 7's gonna be a rotated 5. No, 7's gonna be a 5 and a 3. So 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna go 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. And then 2. Nope. 2 there. 4. 6. 6. 6. 9. 10. So it should be this. This is 9. 3, 4. We got it right! Wanna... I feel like we have to hook it under... I think we have to... Do we have to hook it in that? Hold on. Might be too far. Have to see. Ready to pop this cork? You know I am. Something's up with that. Hold on. I can't stop it. Not ads! Hold on, we're gonna pause it. Good job! We're gonna pause it. Ads. I know, right? Kylar said, when we come back, we pretend we beat the game. Well, that was Riven, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Have a great one. Oh my gosh. What a horrible time for ads. The worst. Oh man. If you weren't here for the jokes before, you're not here for the jokes still. It's true. Still true. After all these years, after 88 years of streaming, it's true. All right. Welcome back from the ads. We paused, lots of steam, and then we come back to this. I paused as fast as I could. We'll see what happens next. I mean, we cracking this thing open. So, just a really quick recap for anybody who hasn't been here or doesn't remember. This is the first Starfisher. This was kind of written into this world by Catherine, I believe, but really kind of not. Gen is linking to worlds. He's terrible at this, and he's linking to worlds that are already unstable and kind of falling apart. And I think what Catherine and Atris did to try and like trap Gen here just sort of like made the problem accelerate a little bit. And so there's this rip in the fabric of reality here, and they call it the Starfisher, because you can see stars in it and stuff, right? Or stars. And what Gen has done with these rips in reality is he's found a way to contain them within metal that have special Denis runes on them, and they're containing these rips in reality. The rips keep happening in other places, but this is the big one. This is the major one. And the original, and we have just popped, as someone put it, maybe Everett or Parker, we have popped the cork on this sucker, and this is going to have catastrophic effect on the planet Sloth, what's up, man? How you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. If you don't already know me, I'm Orrinn. Typically stream with my wife, Kylaris. We're family-friendly variety streamers. Super glad to have you in. What is going on? Sloth, how was Donkey Kong, man? Kate, hello. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Glad to have you. Sloth, what is going on, brother? How you doing? That game kicks my butt. Donkey Kong Country's hard, dude. It's hard. What is going on, everybody? Let's see who we got here really quick. Christian's back. Christian's in again with the raid. Mrs. Buggy, you have a good voice, or so I'm told to tell you. Oh, Sloth, quit it, man. It's not that good. El Trio, hello, welcome in. Glad to have you. Durgo, welcome back in again. Johnny Beardley, what a great name. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Slothbeard raids after dying a million times to ... Elia. Elia, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? The man with a golden voice, whatever.
Brilliant.
Johnny Beardley, thank you so much for the follow. I'm glad to have you guys in. Thank you, thank you. It's so hard. It is. Kid me was cracked for being able to beat it without save states and rewind. Oh my gosh, Sloth. Like, I don't know how we did it as kids sometimes. I think it's just because that's what games were. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. We didn't know any different, right? And I think we forget sometimes, too, like, how many times we tried as kids. Because that was just the game, right? And now it's like, in hindsight, holy cow. I've gone back to try and, like, play some Mario and stuff, too. With, like, the kids on the Switch. It's brutal. It's brutal. Well, I hope you guys had a great time. I told you it's because you invested too much into adulty skills that you let your gaming skills rot. But no, you didn't believe me. Do you believe me now? Voice of gold? I mean... copper. So you were streaming by way of what technology 88 years ago? 1937? Well, I mean, go back and watch some Riven. And I mean, Gen was streaming back in the 1800s, so maybe 1700s. 11 Foo, how are you? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. What is going on? I too am here twice. Tips hat. Well, hello, Kylaris. I literally kept saying today about how we were so good at games. Yeah, right. It's what the game was. I saved so many times as a kid on the Game Boy, right? I mean, I remember, so here's the deal. I remember playing Hook. I don't know if anybody remembers Hook for the Super Nintendo. That game was brutal. There was no saves. If you died, if you lost all your lives, you started the game over. I think there might have been codes to, like, hop levels, but you're also here twice, Sloth. Well, thanks for double the support, buddy. Appreciate you. But yeah, that game, it was amazing. I loved it. It was so good. And then it had, like, the Hook soundtrack, right? Like, how do you go wrong? But that game was so hard, and there were no saves. It was insane. And I'm like, how did we even deal? You played that one? Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, man, such a good game. You're so spoiled. Try playing Pitfall. I did. All of those, I mean, games were just tough back then. They didn't have things like saves and stuff. Like, it was crazy. Pitfall was rough. Yeah, for sure. I'm good, and Foo is Cantonese for tiger, and I've had my username for 17 years now. Epic. That's fun. The tiger is my favorite animal. It's pretty cool. Well, welcome in. We're glad to have you. What's going on? I'm glad you're doing good. All right, you guys. So for anybody who's just coming in, we are playing the game Riven. It is the sequel to the game Myst. It is one of my all-time favorites. It came out originally in 1997. I played it back then when it first came out and just fell in love with it. I think I was about 15 when it came out. And it is a fundamental game for me. It shaped... It shaped so much of what I expect and want in a game, and I just absolutely fell in love with the lore and everything. This is the remake. Just in September 2024, they released a remake of it, and it has everything that made Riven amazing, but with freeform movement instead of point and click, and they've added things to it. So it's like they've had almost 30 years to like look at their game and go, huh, we could have made this a little bit better, or we could have tightened up the lore or whatever just a little bit better, and we're gonna do this now. And so this isn't just a remastering, it is a remake, and it is so good. There's a couple things I don't love about it. They replaced like real actors in it with graphical people. And I felt like the real people gave it a lot more life. But there's very few, it's upside down. There's very few actual people that you run across in this game anyways. And overall, it has like blown my expectations out of the water. It is so good. We are actually just now wrapping it up. This is the end. So we're on like episode 6, and I'm chatty. So the game itself doesn't take too long. It's been amazing. And what's really cool about it is even though I've beat the original handful of times, maybe, coming into the remake, it's been many years since I've played the original. And coming into the remake, there's so many new things that I couldn't just walk through it. It was such a cool experience. So we are literally just wrapping it up right now. I'm so excited. Fun fact, sloth is my favorite animal. I never would have guessed that. I had a Lemmings game on a floppy disk for my grandmother's computer on dial-up. I loved that game. I played a Lemmings game at my cousin's. It was like you could dig in the ground and stuff like that. You could throw them off cliffs. I think when you beat a level, they like fell off cliffs. Did you know the whole like lemmings jumping off cliffs into the ocean thing is like a myth? Yeah, I for one am shocked. I looked around for my dog when I heard the sniffing. Oh man, Cortez, it's gotten me a couple times. There's one with like a knocking sound. I thought somebody's been at the door before. I still have lemmings from the free pre-dial-up days. Really? Yeah, floppy disks and dial-up. What is this magic? It's ancient magic. Oh my gosh. Did you find the new bad ending? Everett, I don't think I've gotten any bad endings right now. So I'm for the sake of streaming stuff, what I'll probably do is let people look up the endings if they want to. I did look it up. I think there are 11 different endings to this game. I want to say when I looked it up last week, I read there are 11 different endings depending on some of the things that you do. So, love Lemmings. Nice. Real people make things better, especially in the background. I would love a Fusion Fall remake. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. I just died on wave 18 of 20 with 1 second left. Now I gotta restart. Oh no, Durgo. Before the tornado took it, I had the original Lemmings from Commodore 64. Wow, crazy. My cousin's had a Commodore. It's all the 1997 endings plus a new one. Really? There's a new ending? The new bad ending is only reachable in the first few minutes. Oh, huh. Really? I'm curious. 11, nice. Should only be like 2 more streams to go through all of them. No, Gussie, I would have to go back. There's decisions that we made farther back, and I don't have a save. I'd have to replay it. Would you like to know how? Nah, I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Would you like to know, oh, how to get it? Yeah, you can say how to get it. I think that's fine. Gussie. No, I'm not replaying the whole thing again. Gussie, don't you want me to get to Tears of the Kingdom? I got to evaluate my list of solo play games again, but I want to say my plan was to do Tears of the Kingdom after this. So, I mean, like, by all means, you don't want me to get to Tears of the Kingdom. What, Kylaris? Riven. Riven's the short game I was talking about playing. Huh? I don't know what one you're talking about, but... You don't go to Riven at all. Instead, you use the trap. Oh, really? Oh, that's ridiculous. We'd be so stupid. We don't want you to cry in a castle, Orrinn. Cry in a castle? Naturally, but it was funny, right? Oh, Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, yep. Fusion Fall was a Nickelodeon website game that was an MMORPG. Oh, cool. I thought Kylaris was the short one. She is. She is still short. I'm almost a foot taller than her. Anyway, let's wrap this thing up. Hold on to your butts, because it's about to get real. Let's finish this game up. Okay, so awesome job, everybody. We went through, we discovered what Gen was up to.
Mischief managed.
We trapped him. We freed Catherine. She's going to try and save the Moiety and the Rivenese people. So she's going to try and save everyone. Because basically what we've done now is we've sped up the decay again. And this world is doomed. And nobody's going to want to stick around here. So we've just pulled the plug on the cover here. And that is going to signal Atris, hopefully, and he will come save us because this world about to be torn apart. So I'm gonna head to bed. Good night, friends. Hey, have a good night, Mrs. Buggy. Thanks for coming in. Take it easy, buddy. Seeing Atris's horrified reaction to your stupidity is great. I bet. Oh man, we'd be so dumb. Okay, but then I can't type. You pause at an ad break. It's almost time for another write when you hit resume. I just paused, or I snoozed the ad break again. Oh yeah, Oberlin's. A lot of people don't understand that there's pitfalls to being tall as well. So my uncle was 6'10". I have another uncle, and two cousins who are like 6'6", 6'5". And my family is very, very tall. a lot of them. We're Dutch. So it's just, I'm average. At 6'2", I'm average. All right, let's do this thing. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's sucking everything in. What have we done? Look at the sky even, like... There he is, the man! Atris, you're here! Oh, Jesse.
There
Bad.
isn't much time. Where's Catherine? Where's the book? I don't understand.
Atris! The villagers are safely in the rebel age.
Yes!
I thank you.
We did it!
As do I. You've accomplished more than I could have hoped for. You've given me back my life. The path home is now clear for all of us.
Path home is now clear for all of us. So at the beginning, Atris talked about trying to get us back to where we came from, because before this, we've been trapped on Mist Island mostly. So Catherine's taken the book back to Denis that Atris just brought with him.
This is where our paths must part. Perhaps we'll meet again someday.
Yeah, man.
You know where to find me.
I sure do. Because watch. This is what he did the first time to trap Gen here. He got rid of...
Goodbye, my friend.
Got rid of all other linking books except for his copy to Denis. And he linked just before he dropped into the Starfisher and linked within it. And now we're falling into the expanse.
Now I understand. Endings and beginnings are within the fissure. That riven cleft of stars that acts as both a wall and a bridge. And though I'm unable to understand how, the very flow of stars that brought my mist book into worthy hands, I am sure served as a safe passage home for my friend.
We're not, Jesse.
The age of Riven has come to a close, but the people of Riven are free. And now I am at rest, understanding that in books and ages and life, the ending can never truly be written.
I don't envy Atris or Catherine right now, as Catherine is not aware of what has happened with her sons. Right. Yes, and now Atris needs to go have a very tough discussion with her and fill her in. But what happened to us? Okay, Jesse, so good question. We can talk about that now. Are we the glowy orb that's flying around? We are not. So we are bodily in the starry expanse, and we are floating. So here's what Atris realizes. We're not dead, no. Here's what Atris realized through all of this. When Atris was originally on Riven, when he and Catherine escaped, they trapped Gem there. This is 30 years in the past, okay? They trapped Gem there. We're only mostly dead. They did that by burning all the linking books they could find, and except for one, back to Denis, okay? Back to the cavern that the Denis civilization lived in, far underground under New Mexico. Okay? Atris, at the very end of his confrontation with his dad, jumps into the Starfisher, and he has that linking book. He takes it with him. As he's falling through and realizing, I can breathe, right? I'm alive. He links, and his mist book falls through. I'm not dead yet. his mist book just goes falling, and for the longest time he has no idea where it went. And so but then one day he ends up trapped in Denis. It's a plot by his sons. His sons aren't the greatest people, and there's a whole lot of lore and backstory about that too, and why they went down the path that they went and everything. It's really interesting. But his sons trick him and Catherine. His sons convince Catherine that she needs to go to Riven. Catherine goes to Riven and is trapped there, right? Is stuck there, and that's why we have to free her. Atris, they trick into going to Denis, linking there from Mist Island and going to Denis, and they have trapped him in Denis, so he can't get back to Mist Island. He is stuck in a room that the door has caved in. He can't get out, right? And all he has is the Riven linking book. That's it. He doesn't dare go there because he doesn't want to let his dad out, and he knows his dad would kill him. His dad's nuts, right? And then suddenly one day we show up and we tell him a story about how we found the book, kind of where we come from, which actually is not far from Atris's childhood home. So Atris is kind of familiar. He realizes we're human, we're from Earth. He realizes my mist linking book fell through the fissure and was transported to the New Mexico desert. So that star fissure, that specific location in Riven, essentially created a tunnel through the starry expanse that allowed the book to be sort of like naturally linked to the desert on the surface above the cavern where the book actually was. And so we come along as a human and we happen to find the book and link there accidentally. So Atris realizes all of this when we free him from Denis. When we free him from that room he was stuck in. When we trap his sons and set him free.
Mischief managed.
Hey, have a good night, Board. Take it easy, man. Atris realizes this. So when we fall into the Starfisher, Atris is totally confident that we will be returned home. But here's the deal. We not only have the original Mist linking book that fell through the Starfisher, we will still be able to find it exactly where we left it. But on top of that, now we have the Denis linking book to go back to Denis. Because he just dropped that just now, right? Like he just used it. It dropped through the fissure. We now have a way to go back to Denis linking there. And so Atris is totally confident, I'm going to get my friend home. He's going to fall, he or she is going to fall through the Starfisher. Really, it's supposed to be us in a way. They're going to fall through the Starfisher. They will be, I'm confident they will be safely transported back to Earth. And as the story goes, as the lore goes, we are safely transported back to Earth, where we came from, in the New Mexico desert. And the story does continue from there. There are 6 games in the Mist franchise. So there are more games, and we continue on helping Atris and being friends with him. So let's see here. We're only mostly dead. Right, Parker. Also, since the Expanse doesn't have conventional gravity, we are not accelerating while we are falling through it. Right. Yep. Kind of a lazy roll through the starry Expanse. Let's see. The credits just showed the original 1997 cast. Yeah, that's awesome. Atris is living in denial. Oh, Gusty, that's going on the board. Amazing. Board, thank you so much, dude. Thank you. So the Denis, Roswell aliens, and Thor all showed up in New Mexico. What is the deal? I don't know. Maybe still lots of desert. Nobody's out there. I don't know. The Denis at least showed up underneath the desert. They're in a cave, like a huge cave, like miles under the surface. It's so far down. Near the planet core. Can you imagine telling Gen all this after the events of this story? All Gen would have had to do to be free from Riven was to throw himself into the fissure. Yeah. Yes. And he would have had a linking book to Mist, which then would have meant he would have had a linking book to Riven, or not to Riven, to Denis. Gen could have gotten back indirectly by going through the Starfisher, but here's the kicker. Gen is so paranoid, he would not go in there himself because he didn't know where it went, because he didn't know if he could survive, because he didn't know if whoever goes in there would just perpetually float in the starry expanse or not. He never risks it. What's interesting, though, is Gen throws other Rivenese people. Gen throws Rivenese people into the Starfisher. Guess where they end up? They end up on Earth. They are safely deposited on Earth. So what's interesting in a game in Uru, a game that came later, Uru was Cyan's attempt at making like a Myst MMO. And no combat or anything like that, but what's interesting is you can actually explore not only the cavern, the Denis Cavern, but you can also explore the desert in New Mexico on the surface because there's things there. And what's really cool is you can find some things littered around in the desert that are clearly from Riven. So after the Star Fissure was opened and the world deteriorated, there are things that fell through the fissure from Riven that end up on Earth. It is incredible. It is super cool. So basically anything on the Riven side that falls through the fissure will be transported to Earth in the New Mexico desert over the cavern. It's nuts. The only reason he couldn't get free is the fact that he has no way of knowing that the fissure leads somewhere. Right. Yep. Okay, so when is playthrough the next one? So, Jesse, you want me to do Myst 3? Myst 3 is a cool game, too. Myst 3 is pretty cool. Starry Expanse Lazy River Ride? You know that's right, Oberlins. I'm greedy, lol. It's just so good. It really is. Jesse, were you around for when I played Myst? I have all the games. I have all of them. But I don't think I didn't put my Myst playthrough on YouTube. I guess we could always do it again if there's enough interest. Play Myst and then we could play Myst 3. Yeah, after he 100% Tears of the Kingdom, 100%. Are there like 999 Korok seeds in that one too? Because your boy ain't 100%ing.
The dumb tis?
It's not 100%ing that then. Indeed, the Denis were in New Mexico over 9,000 years. Yeah, for over 9,000 years. Yeah. Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean that they aren't out to get you. I mean, in Gen's case, they kind of were, but that's because he was a tyrant. For Rivenese people, they have no language, no family, no understanding of culture. Is that a quote? Mystively multiplayer online. Gusty, nice, classy. So 2027. Gosh, no. You could play it again. I wasn't here, but I want to play Myst this summer. Ooh, that's right. Maybe Jesse, if you want to play that, then maybe what I'll do is not play Myst on stream quite yet. I do have a list of games to play single player. So maybe I'll keep that as kind of an opportunity for you to, I mean, you can always choose not to come watch, but like, I could just give it as an opportunity for you to go and play it fresh on your own. It was super fun when Gusty played it. I would love to see Gusty go back and finish Myst, because it was a lot of fun watching him play that. Yeah. Jesse, I love how much you've enjoyed this. That it's been super refreshing and cool. Like, it's fun to like I love it,
Mischief
and I've loved it
managed.
for decades. It's really cool to like share it and have people like brand new to it love it so much. So have a good night, Parker. Take it easy, man. Pass myself a post bedtime. Yeah, that's fair. Parker, thanks so much for hanging with me for Riven. It's been such a good time. I'm glad that it's given us an opportunity to get to know each other, Parker. It's really cool. 1,000 actually. We starting Tears of the Kingdom now? Soon. Very soon. Very, very soon. Not right now. Not right now. Nope, that's a pure from my brain. The ones pushed through the starry expanse to Earth. Hey, what's up, Ed? Speaking of people want me to do 24-hour streams for years. Ed, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Ed, thank you so much for 51 months, man. Appreciate you, Holmes. Ed, what's going on with you, buddy? How you doing? The ones pushed through the starry expanse to Earth. I'm so proud of you for that pun. To Guy Lars. Yay, I can always lurk. Yeah, that's true. A lot of fun watching me beat my head against the wall during the train puzzle. I mean, yeah. That's one that I feel like I didn't have a problem, you know, at some point just saying, hey, Gusty, do you want some help with this? And it was like, once I kind of gave you the kernel of, you know, of what to do and what to listen for and look for, you picked up on it, you got it, you were able to take off with it from there. But like, yeah, man, it's so much fun. I mean, like, that's the thing about playing these games. You gotta try things, and you're not gonna figure everything out right away, and that's part of the fun. So it was nice to see the finish, even though I missed a lot of the game. Well, it's gonna be on the YouTubes. I'd love to finish it with the kids again. It's always hard for me to find consistent time to play with the kids, but I'm gonna have to and to like record. I'm gonna have to find time to finish it with the kids too, because they loved it. They have such a good time with it, and I think this would blow their minds, you know, a little bit, like how it ends and all of that. So it's pretty fun. But yeah, it's on YouTube. But it's been an amazing time. I'm kind of sad it's over. I was talking about it to my dad, and he was like, "Yeah, of course I played that." You know what? Knowing like about your dad, I'm not surprised he's played. So Myst was a big deal. I mean, at one point, Myst was like the best-selling game or PC game of all time or something like that. Like back in the 90s, Myst was huge. This was huge. I don't think anybody had ever seen a game like Myst. In fact, Myst really pushed personal computers having CD-ROMs. Myst was that popular that it helped sell CD-ROM drives. Because I think it was one of the first games on CD-ROM. It was great hanging out. It really was, Parker. Thanks so much, man. What is going on, Ed? Have you ever played the Schism series? I have played a little Schism. I think something happened. I don't know if I had like a corrupted file or something like that, but I have played a little Schism. Did I hear 24-hour stream? You sure did, Ed. I was reinforcing that never, ever, 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 ever will I do a 24-hour stream. We brought you up earlier because I was saying that Ed's been asking for like, I don't know, 5 years for me to do a 24-hour stream. And I'm like, no. By the way, how is Ben doing? Oh, thanks for asking, Gussie. He's doing pretty good. He, Sunday again, like, we went to a basketball game at like our high school on Friday night, and then Ben had a basketball tournament he was playing in on Saturday morning to finish up, you know, basketball season. And so I don't know where he picked it up at, but he caught something else, and by Sunday afternoon he was running a fever again of like 102. And so, yeah, he stayed home from school yesterday. He stayed home from school today. He's a little stuffy still and coughing a bit, but like he's feeling a lot more normal. So I think once he can get rid of the sniffles and everything again, he'll be good to go. I think we're going to have him try and go to school again tomorrow, but yeah, we'll see. Hoping he goes back to school tomorrow. Not all better, but better-ish, right? Yep. My college roommate was wackadoodle obsessed with Myst. It's so good. So good. Yeah, the original Myst came on CD-ROM and 24 floppy disks. 24 floppy disks? What? I didn't even know. I didn't think it came out on floppy at all, but that's crazy. That reminds me of like when Riven came out. Riven had 5 disks, 5 CDs. And between, you'd have to change them between islands. So when you were taking the maglev between the islands, it would tell you to pop out the disc and switch. So it's crazy. I just got back. Did you say you're finally doing the 24-hour stream? No. Sure didn't. Won't even joke about it. Everyone has a price. We just haven't found yours yet. Hey, Ed, for this, I don't have a price. Won't do it. Not for money, not for nothing. Won't do it. Poor Ben, I know. I can't wait for him to be, like, totally better. It's been weeks at this point, so. What's up, Cheese? How you doing, man? Hey, congrats on 8 years streaming. Thanks. Sorry to hear about Ben, though. Hope he recovers soon. Yeah, he'll be all right, man. He'll bounce back, so appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, dude. 8 years. It still blows my mind. We've been doing this for 8 years. It's crazy. It's crazy. But, like, all the cool people, like, if I sit back and think about all the cool people that we have met over the years doing this, it's insane. I mean, like, Ed, even you being on the other side of the world from us, right? And getting to know you and being able to chat with you and, like, Kenobian and, I mean, like, all the old crew, too, you know? Prof and, like, Tuna and Murph and, I mean, Combat, all these guys, you know what I mean? It just blows my mind. Ace, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. 8 years. 8 years is nuts. So, but it's been so good. Like, I feel like Kylaris and I have really, it's become so much a part of our lives. And it's such a cool social outlet. You know what I mean? That, like, at first for us, like, I'd say the first couple of years, streaming was exhausting. You'd get off a stream and we would be wiped, totally floored. And now it's just kind of all, it's kind of cathartic, you know? So it's very cathartic in a lot of ways. And the big thing is just getting to meet so many cool people, and hanging out, having a good time, chatting. The fact that we get to know each other so well, you know, even being half a world away, you know, it's crazy. It's always nuts to us when we have multiple continents. Like, you know, we've had people in from Africa. There was a guy coming for a little while who was from South Africa, which was really cool because, I don't know how many people know this, but in South Africa, they speak, primary language is Afrikaans. Afrikaans is based off of Dutch. Very, very similar still. And so there was some things that that gentleman was saying. We were talking about this. And that gentleman was saying that he recognized from some of the things I said. It was just really cool. It's such a cool experience. And so, like, I mean, we've had people from all over Europe, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, which isn't a continent, but you know what I mean. Anyway, South America. I mean, Boers in Colombia. It's just crazy. It's the people, the opportunities to meet people from across the world, not even just across the country, but across the world, is incredible. It's so fun. It's the best part about doing this, really. Like I said, I'd be playing games anyways. So for me, I'm not going to be a pro streamer. That is such a drop in the ocean kind of goal. Like, I'm not saying it can't happen. It obviously happens. But the statistics will tell you the vast majority of people don't make it that far, right? And that's okay. Like, that's okay. So I'm not out here trying to be a pro streamer. I'm not trying to make this my full-time job. I just want to hang with people and talk about shared interests and talk about life and hang out. I want the engagement. The rest of it is okay, cool, but like, whatevs. So the opportunity to get to talk to y'all and get to know each other a little bit better is pretty cool. It's the best thing about it. Sure. So the Schism series overall is a very odd Polish attempt at Myst-like games. I won't call them great, but they are rather intriguing. I think I've watched a Let's Play of it, even, Everett. It was a little weird. It was not as graphically cool. I didn't feel like the lore was as strong, but I played a little bit of it. I was interested enough to watch a Let's Play way back in the day, I think. I read that in German as in the mongoose. The mongoose. The mongoose. What if you were offered a lifetime supply of Stroop waffles? Then would you do 24 hours? No. Nope. I genuinely don't have a price. I wouldn't do it. It can't be bought. Again, I wouldn't like it, and you wouldn't like me. And nobody is sticking around for all 24 hours. And if you get to go sleep, so do I, and I'm not streaming that. It's not gonna happen. I figured, but I meant it in Benjaminese. It's Benjamin. Guy Lars. It's been German, but what is it now? Dutch. Oh, I didn't even see that. 8 years. Congrats. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah. Still just waiting on Antarctica. The day that Antarctica happens, be a crazy one. It'll be some like research team. Somebody happened to pull up Twitch because they're bored. One of my college friends was from South Africa and spoke Afrikaans. She ended up marrying one of my fraternity brothers. Oh man, now I miss them. That's really cool, man. That's really, yeah. So Afrikaans is essentially Dutch. That's where it comes from. So super cool. Getting to know you. If you ever figure out what Schism's story is, you'll probably be the first, right, Everett? That was a little weird. It was a little weird. Geez, how's the family doing, man? How's the baby? How's Nixa? Are you guys adjusting to two of, now there are two of them. Are you guys adjusting well? Gussie, thanks for the rando clip. Let's get that in really quick. What we got? Loading. Go. Go. That was strange. Hold on. Watch, they shut the service down or something. That would be dumb. Where's my rando clips? Give me a moment. Refresh that cache. Is the service down? The service might be down. I'm sorry. I don't know that I can. Let's see here. We're good. Celebrating Nixa's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Nixa! And Snickers does well with pacifiers, so that's nice. Good. I'm glad. That's awesome, man. Happy birthday to Nixa. That's super cool. I don't know if she's there listening. If not, can you pass that along for us, please? That's really cool, man. Well, hope she had a great birthday. Hope you guys are having a good week. When you get a chance, find the Breath of the Wild Guardian music and play it for Nixa for me. Celebrated yesterday. Birthday today, though. Oh, okay. Happy birthday.
Hello there.
Nixa, hi! Happy birthday! For once, I am. Sounded like something from the Bible. For once, I am. Nixa, happy birthday. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? How's everything going, Nixa? Nixa, I just finished Riven. I don't know if you saw the ending. Oh my gosh, dude, so good. Yesterday was great. Today was definitely a Monday. Oh no, geez. That sucks, buddy. Happy birthday to you. A higgity happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nixa. Happy birthday to you. Who did that? Who did that? Punks. Oh, that's why we're on the menu. Thanks, friends. My life is just 500 times crazier. I bet, for sure. When there are two of them, especially, yeah. I hope you guys are really enjoying the baby, though. Like, sometimes I really miss my kids being that little. I love every stage. I love the age that they're at now. I'm a very in the moment kind of person, but there are times when I miss them being that little, you know, like there's just so many cool milestones that happen so quickly. It doesn't feel like it at the time. At the time it feels like forever, but man, yeah, sometimes I miss them being that little and cute. Yes, celebrate the fabulous person that is my wife. Yeah, for sure. Nyx is the bomb. Add a birthday to my calendar, right? One kid is 50% busier. Two kids is 500% busier. See, I feel like my mom always said, though, because she had 5. My mom always said, though, that at one point, 3, 13, whatever, right? You know what I mean? Like, at some point, it's just kind of whatever. So... also, how did you like this version of Riven? I'm about to enter ads, Nixa, so I will wait a moment. I held a 6-week-old on Sunday. She was so little. Oh my gosh, my heart. Love it. Kyle Larson and I follow a couple of YouTube channels. It's these same people. So it's like the husband is on 2 channels. He's on Korean, Englishman, and Jolly with a friend of his best friend. And then his wife also does her own YouTube channel. And like they met already as individually established YouTube channel YouTube people, right? So I think they might have met at like a YouTube kind of convention or meetup thing or whatever. But so they had a baby about 6 months ago, and she's been vlogging that and everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this kid is so stinking cute. So adorable. And we were watching some YouTube videos last night, just chilling before we went to bed early, which was awesome as well, because man, I needed sleep. And I was saying like, this kid is so stinking cute. And sometimes it just makes me miss my kids being little babies. Snickerdoodle is so precious. I will be happy not to wake up several times a night, but I love the baby snuggles, right? I'm going to read that again in a couple of seconds when we're back from ads. I love watching them. Do you watch them too, Jesse? Do you watch Korean Englishman, Jolly, and Gabby Cook? We love them. We love those channels. They're so fun. They're so fun. Welcome back from the ads. Yeah, Nixa said, Snickerdoodle is so precious. I'll be happy not to wake up several times a night, but I love the baby snuggles. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but I really think that like some of the best things are challenging. They're tough, right? But yeah, the good parts, man. I've said before, like I would come home from work just tired, floored, wiped out, right? But it was one of my favorite things to go snuggle and play with my kids when they were really little. And they would always be so excited when I was home, when I got home. And then I would always do bedtime. So we would put on some like quiet music. I would rock them with like, we'd read some books every night we'd read some books. I'd rock them to sleep and stuff, feed them, and then lay them down. And I tell you, that was my chill de-stress time. I just loved it. I lived for those moments. And it's kind of sad now because they're old enough where they're still like, hey, Dad, but it's not like they come running to come give me a hug when I get home from the office anymore, right? They're getting older, and it is what it is. It's what happens. But I miss some of that. So I miss my babies being babies sometimes. But yeah, so So I mean, like that's the thing. Like it's hard, but I'm glad you're like cherishing the good parts, the really good parts. And the thing is too though is I think like as parents when we sacrifice ourselves for our children, in a lot of ways we gain as well in that. And we're building bonds with our kids that no one else is going to have, right? So it's hard sometimes. It really is. I mean, I think with our second with Ben, the lack of sleep hit me really, really hard. A lot worse than the first time. I think because I knew what to expect. And it wasn't so brand new, right? It wasn't like my first child where I had no idea, right? And the excitement kind of overrode all of that. The lack of sleep was really tough. But man, I wouldn't have traded it. Awesome. I didn't know they had extra YouTubers. I just have been watching Jolly for a while. Yeah, they do Korean Englishmen, which is actually I really like Jolly, but I really like when they do Korean Englishmen too. And then Josh's wife, Gabby, has a YouTube channel, Gabby Cook, Gabie space Kook, Gabby Cook. And she is a
Hello there.
like super trained chef. Like she went for like Iron Chef and everything. I think she got like second place in like Korea's Iron Chef. Super interesting, really fun. We really like them, so. But I am now. Is it bad that I love when it storms and Bean gets scared and comes to our bed to snuggle? Not really. No, not really. Not really. I still like, I still love spending time with my kids. And when they'll let me snuggle, great. But, you know, again, they're getting older and bigger and it's just the way of the world, right? Like they don't want to snuggle as much as they probably shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like it's just they're getting older, but yeah. I still like we prioritize family time, right? Like that's a big deal to us, which is why we don't start streaming earlier in the night and things like that because that's family time. So what's up, Sean? How you doing? What's going on, buddy? I have no idea why the rando clip is not working, and I'm really annoyed by that. I might have to head to the site to see what's going on with that. Super annoyed. Sorry about that. Let's outro this mug. Yeah, reading time is one of my favorites. We all grab a book and chill on the couch after the baby goes to bed. Yeah, we've had nights like that too, where we all just kind of end up in the living room. We'll put on, it's funny, because we don't have a fireplace. I would love one, but I'll put on the TV in the living room. I'll put on like a fireplace scene or something like that, ambiance. And we'll have that going and we'll all just sit around like reading and stuff. Talk about our books a little bit, about the stories and things like. It's good times. Or we'll read together. Like we've always read with our kids. Always. From the time of them being really, really little, we've always read with our kids. And our kids have a love of books and stories now. And I read through all of Harry Potter with M. I'm now reading through Harry Potter with Ben. We're in the end of Prisoner of Azkaban. And so fun, so cool to be able to like spend that time with them. So Ben and I were reading tonight actually before he went to bed. So I have fond memories of family readings as a kid. Yeah, me too, for sure. My mom would read to us when I was a kid, like Boxcar Children and things like that. And I've always had a love for books. So love stories. I'm a natural storyteller. So, which is one of the reasons why I can get on here and chat about pretty much anything. So, but yeah, absolutely love family hangout time, read some books and things like that. It's great. And you guys, I'm a little sad, but also really, really happy to have finished Riven. Been itching to play this for a long time. I'm not disappointed. Nixa asked what I thought. Nixa, I loved every second of it. I loved every second of it. It was so good. I even loved the changes that they made to the story and to some of the puzzles and things like that. I love what they've added. Even I think there was extra music and stuff. Like, so cool. Like, you can tell that they've gone, we've had almost 30 years now to talk about what we would do different. Like, so much is good, but there's things we would do different. And we've had time to really think about that and design it how we really want it. And I think they did a really good job. I think they did it justice. A really good remake for sure, Cheese. Good remake indeed. I totally worth the wait. It just had such a good time with it. And what I love about it too is, like, you know, I was even saying this to Jessie. Jessie was like so into it to the point where now she's bought the books. She wants to play Myst, the first game. Like, Jessie was so into it. It's like, you know, like one night I stayed up. We played for an hour and a half of just like figuring out the numbers and stuff, the Rivenese numbers. Like, that was a cool addition. Working out the Denis numbers again, like, so fun. And it just doesn't even, I don't know. I feel like if you're describing it to somebody, it doesn't sound fun, but we had a blast. Like, me and Elbow and Buggy, and gosh, who else was in there? Parker, Durgo was in there with us too and stuff. And we were just having so much fun. And, yeah, I love it. I love everything about it. You know, Riven has such amazing music and scenery and the lore just dripping from every aspect of it. It's just so good. I started this with my kids. I've got 2 episodes in with my kids that are on YouTube, and my kids being excited about it and picking things out. Playing with them has been a blast as well. I need to do more of that. So good. Such a good experience. So I'm kind of sad it's done because it was so fun. But this was never going to be a long playthrough. It was never going to be a long game. Right? I'm so glad you liked it too, even though I couldn't remember the old one very well. It was so good, and the puzzles were the right level of complex, but still easy enough to understand. Absolutely. Like, if you pay attention, they do a good job of teaching you how to solve the puzzles, right? This one was this version was a little more directed, you know, if you know what I mean. It felt a little bit more like they were pushing you along the path, but not too much more. Still pretty free movement, free flowing. I really liked it. I love a good mystery / point and click adventure. Being immersed in the story is so wonderful. It really is. It really is. It's the best. Like, one of the reasons why I think I like video games as much as I do is because I like stories. So I've told you guys before, TV and I don't really mesh well together. There are some shows that I'll sit down and watch, but it's very rare. And a big part of that is I'm not being active within it. And so for me, playing a game is getting that story, but being able to interact with it. And sometimes, you know, you're making the story as you go too. It's very involved. And that's a big reason why I like video games, is it's another medium to tell stories, and you get to be active within it. You're not just sitting there having it thrown at you, and you're just ingesting it as it comes passively, but you get to be a part of it. And that's a big reason why I love video games. So, yeah, I remember the old one being less direct, though I miss the object that makes Riven straightforward for a long time. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think the first time you kind of play the original, you don't really know what's going on or what you should be doing. And so I think you run in a lot more circles because I've beaten the original one multiple times. And I remember a lot of it. I think the last time I played the original was like probably around the time Ben was born, so maybe around 2015. So it's still been about almost 10 years, but like probably somewhere around there. But still, I have such vivid memories of it. And I've watched Let's Plays of Riven just because I love it so much. And I want to hear what other people have to say about it. And so it is pretty fresh for me. But that's what was really cool about the remake too, was I didn't know everything. I couldn't just walk through, right? The object in this version, that is, yeah. But yeah, so I mean, like, and you know, if you're not really paying attention either, you don't always necessarily know what your goals are beyond I move and click things, right? So there can be a level of like just sort of meandering around and wondering, what do I do next? But yeah, this one was a little bit more, was a little more clear kind of what you needed to do. And they were sort of like, even like having some raised bridges that they didn't have in the original. That creates an objective right there. How do I lower this bridge and get to that spot? Right? So, and it also, it limits where you can go at different points. And so in that way, it's a little more funneled, but that didn't really bother me. That didn't bother me. I liked it. I love this version. It's fantastic. I think the only criticism, the only thing that I really was sad about a little bit was the fact that they had gotten rid of the live action clips with the actual actors. I felt like the real people in that. If you guys liked this and you're interested, look up like one of my favorite Let's Plays of this is done by Dylan Dow 3000. Dylan Dow, it's like DILAUND AU 3000. And he plays through the original. And what was I saying? That has the original like acted scenes, and there's so much, they add so much like life to the game, and that's really kind of my only complaint. Now I gotta think Cyan did that for a reason, so I don't blame them for doing it this way with the kind of the CGI people or whatever. I gotta think they did it for a reason. But I felt like the actors really added to the immersion and really made the world feel alive. So it's kind of my only complaint. But it was still amazing. It was still so good. I would love to watch a comparison. Yeah, if you get a chance. Dylan Dow 3000. I'll put that in there. I don't have a link. It's DILANDAU 3000, I believe. So look him up on YouTube, and he's got Let's Plays. He's got a Let's Play playlist of Riven, and you'll be able to see. He goes through the alternate endings as well. So if you want to see the different endings, he goes through that. Really good. And he's Dutch, so he lives in America now. He's married to an American. He has a job here in the US. But he's Dutch. He's originally from the Netherlands. Ach, de lieve, indeed. Right. But yeah. Yeah, I remember the old one being less direct. Oh no, I read that part. Where I love the real actors in original Riven for sure. Yeah, me too. Well, now I won't be sleeping. Jesse, don't stay up all night. You got kids. Got them kids. Yeah. Besides that, I love this. It was so good. You guys, plans next. I gotta look at my list of games. But I think I'm gonna do Tears of the Kingdom next. Ben was just asking recently when I was gonna play that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that next. I've been waiting a while, so I really want to play. Nah, they got their daddy. Amazing. Woo, Tears looks super cool as well. Yeah, it does. Yeah, for sure. So I'm excited to give that one a try. Like I said, we're gonna try and I'll announce it tomorrow, I think, during stream, and then put something in the Discord. Maybe put something on Twitter, but I've kind of been using that less. Just I don't know. I don't think a lot of people really follow or watch our Twitter account or X or whatever the crap you want to call it. I just don't think a lot of people are paying attention there, so I haven't really been posting stuff there. But anyway, I think we're gonna kind of change some things up a little bit. Our stream days I don't think are changing, but maybe what we're streaming a little bit. One of the things that we want to do too is Kylaris wants the opportunity to get some stuff done, like highlight video. So I think until she gets the highlight video done, some more streams are going to be me playing solo games. And I don't want Tears of the Kingdom to take as long as Breath of the Wild did. So I'm hoping to stream Tears of the Kingdom a little more often than just once a week. So yeah. Kind of a little sneak peek as to what I'm thinking schedule-wise, game-wise. So love Tears of the Kingdom. Excited for that playthrough. Nice. Awesome, Sloth. Yeah. Gussie too. I know you guys really like it. So I'm excited to play it. I've been itching. So I wanted to get through Riven. I wanted to get through Jedi Survivor and Riven. But like, you know, that's the thing. I get these solo games and some of them just take so stinking long. And you know, and only streaming them once a week sometimes is kind of tough. So but it is tomorrow. Whatever, Jesse. I feel like they could have done a lot better job with the CGI people. I mean, it's the Unreal Engine. The things it can do for people realism is really good. Yeah, that's true, Elia. I wonder what the reasoning was for all of that, you know? I wonder what the reasoning was, because it doesn't look better. You lose some of the humanity, right? Because it's not humans anymore that you're seeing. I mean, I was even thinking about like Gen talking to us through the bars, and the actor had so much, like, he did so well with like facial expression and things like that, where you really like, he's telling you one thing, but the looks on his face are telling a completely different story. They're giving a completely different impression. And he's saying one thing, but then looking domineering at the same time. Like, you're missing some of that with the CGI. And it's just kind of sad to me. So I gotta think that Cyan had a reason for doing that. Whether I like it or not, I think they probably had a reason for it. But I do prefer the real actors, for sure. So. Oh, trust me, I know, right? We need more days in the week. No doubt, Sloth. Sloth, you're still awake, right? You're going to be in trouble, sir. I know. It's late. Hasn't he been trying to get to bed earlier? They really could have had someone else do the physical acting to model everything like they do in so many games these days. Yeah, that's fair, Elia. Yeah, I wonder what happened with that. I'm curious. Sai is still kind of clunky. Human actors will always be smoother. Right. Yep. For sure. Like, or the CGI, yeah. Autocorrect. I was just going to say, I bet that's supposed to be CGI. But yeah, I mean, it's come a long way. It's come a long way, and Unity looks really good, but exceptions can be made. I'm currently unwinding. Gotcha, Sloth. That's funny. Phone. Yep, that's fair, Jesse. But anyway, yeah, I think Tears of the Kingdom is next. We'll hopefully be playing it, at least for a time, while Kylaris works on the highlight reel and stuff. We'll hopefully be playing it a little more often. Obviously, still going to be playing Pantheon on and off stream. That's not going to be a problem. But with that, you guys, it is 12:21 in the morning for me. We're done with the game. I think I've said just about everything I need to say right now. I think Cyan convinced itself that free movement is the great new feature to the exclusion of almost anything else. Thus, the ability to look up and spin around while a character talks to you is more important than that character looking good. Yeah, Everett, I can see that. I can see that. I don't think there's a problem though. Still, there were still moments where we were locked in place, and losing that momentary ability to zoom in and out or whatever on the and to freely move because of the video, I would have been okay with that. In fact, I expected it, and then that didn't happen, right? And I get it, but like, I would have been okay with it. Because again, I feel like the live actors added so much to the immersion, but it is what it is. I loved this game. I thought it was great. I mean, complain about that aside, or even with that complaint in consideration, I still love this. I thought it was so great. What's up, Fatbeard? I'm on my 7th or 8th character in Pantheon now. I have issues. Fatbeard, I love that you love it so much. That is so exciting to hear. I'm so glad. Pantheon isn't going anywhere for us. Yeah. Still going to stream it. Still going to play it off stream. That's not a problem. I think there will be some times where maybe we play a little bit less. Because we're doing other things. But Pantheon's kind of one that I think is going to be here for a while. For quite some time. Because there's just still so much coming, and that really is my game type. And I've been waiting for Pantheon a long time, so. Orrinn's voice brings rest for my soul. Sloth, whatever. Oh my gosh. You jumped the gun on that last music. I was close, Jesse. I was close. But you know me. The Druid comes out next week. Are you making one? Definitely. Definitely going to be making one. My plan is when Locke wants to switch to the Bard when Bard comes out, whenever that is. I know they've started on Bard, but you know, I don't expect to see it super soon. But my plan is once Bard comes out and Locke switches to that, I will switch to a Druid as my main. And we'll see how that goes. I'm really enjoying the Enchanter, but I don't think there's a reason to have 2 crowd control like that in a group. To have an Enchanter and a Bard, maybe it would be fine. I'm sure the Bard is going to be a little bit of everything, like in EverQuest, like a little bit of heals, a little bit of buffs, a little bit of debuffs, a little bit of damage. But Joppa has said that the Bard is going to be another crowd control filler. And so when Locke switches, I'll probably switch to Druid. So did you see the new Druid video? I haven't. Kylaris did, and she told me a little bit about it, but I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna have to go watch it. So pretty excited for it though. I love Druids in every game. My very first character in an MMO in EverQuest was Wood Elf Druid. So pretty excited for that. Should be good. And Visionary Realms has not let me down when it comes to classes yet. Like, I have loved their take on all these classic classes every time. So they've done a really phenomenal job. So yeah. So yeah, with that, yeah, Pantheon isn't going anywhere. Yeah. We could all watch it together. It's not too late. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to get really tired. I'd like to get another good night's sleep. I don't have to be up until like 8:20 tomorrow morning. So I can get just under 8 hours if I go to bed now. But yeah, that's fair, Durgo, but I think I'm going to go get some sleep. So with that, you guys, stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow. Stay tuned for a little bit of news about kind of what we're thinking going forward again. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. Yeah, 8-year streamiversary is pretty fun. 8 years of doing this is just absolutely crazy. It's been super great, very fulfilling. I know I've already said this, but I'm going to say it again. absolutely love getting to meet all of you guys. Love getting to know you. Love that we've built this cool community around family friendly, around just treating each other with respect, hanging out, having a good time, chatting. You know, I mean, if anything, right, like these streams are about chatting and about really talking with people. That's what we like to do. And so what a blessing. Super cool. I really appreciate you guys. So go to sleep, 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 Big Dutch man. 8 more to come. Yeah, it could be, Jesse. It could be. You never know what's going to happen. And like, let's be real. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing does. Let's be realistic. Nothing lasts forever. But currently, we don't have plans to quit anytime soon. So, as we enjoy it too much. But yeah. Been so blessed getting to know all of you as well. Yeah, Sloth, for sure, man. Love it. Love that we've all gotten to know each other. We can spend some time together. Sing it or say it like Iron Man in the Hulk Buster suit. Heads up, I'm going to change my name again soon. Okay, Sean, that's cool, man. Just let us know who you are. It's all good, dude. That's cool. But 8 years is doable. It is. It is. I guess I'll just have to see what's going on with life. You know what I mean? Like, you just kind of never know where you're going to be. As my kids get older, maybe it'll be a situation where they want to come stream with us. Maybe they become regular parts of the stream. Maybe they don't want to do that. Maybe we get involved in something else and that becomes important to our family. You just never know. But at least in the immediate, we have no plans stopping streaming anytime soon. So we love it. It's a good time. And again, if we didn't do it, we wouldn't have met quite a few of you. So a lot of you guys. So I'm glad we've been doing it for so long. Oh gosh, don't I know it with timing, right? Yeah. Stuff happens. Stuff happens, man. Orrinn and Kylaris and Ben and M is a bit of a long Twitch handle. Yeah, for sure. For sure. We'll have to see. Maybe it'll still just be Orrinn. But, you know, I mean, we've had other people. Lock's a pretty consistent feature as well. And, you know, it's not like I changed the name for that either. So, but we'll see. With that, you guys, hey, thank you again. Thank you so much for joining me for this. Thank you for joining me just in streams, getting to hang out, getting to know you guys. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Riven has been a blast. On to the next thing. I hope you guys all have a great night or day wherever you're at. We will talk to you later. Take it easy. And music.